might have been 9-4.
I think it was 9-4.
We won.
Yeah, see, that's where it gets
Yeah,
hard.
it was
like,
9-4.
Was it 9-4?
Yeah, because
okay.
he went on stream and there was like, I mean, shit, Phantom took 4 games. 4 games. And I was like, it's like, Brian, come on, man. I was like, 4 games ain't shit. See, they had, like, exactly what Herb explained to us. They had Fort. They had, what was it? Fort, 2K, and Smash.
Yeah.
And those are the 3 games that they got by dumb luck.
With Phantom?
Yes. Yeah. Like, those 3 games, how they all roll, bruh.
That's the only ones they can guarantee.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. And they got them all.
My bad, bro.
Nah, you cool.
Okay. Alright. So the lighting is definitely better.
I look like a ghost.
Don't worry, man. So will I. That's on the back, and then we're the most blurry, so like they don't see the details of our faces much, but they definitely see them. So,
it was meant to be set up like this.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
It was never.
I feel like I won't be doing a lot of talking this match. I'm gonna stay real quiet over there, like Ghost Squad is gonna.
Yeah, we're just gonna be in the corner.
I didn't wear my jersey today, so nobody needs to know nothing.
Had to wash mine because celebratory champagne.
Yeah. Yeah, we both had that problem.
Y'all trash.
Shut up, bro. We the homies. What you mean? You made this happen. Don't forget that.
Yeah, damn.
That's my origin
You were a
story.
part of this.
You're a part of my origin story.
Your orgy story?
Origin.
Orgy?
Man, you stupid.
You gonna do this for the whole hour?
Yeah, is it? Oh, hey. What? Oh, is that what we gonna do? Is that professional?
I don't care.
What? We're gonna bring anything up. Herb's gonna be like, what? What? Nothing.
I think that's better.
The results will speak for us.
That's on God.
Huh?
What? What results? What do you? What?
Oh, the results?
What's speak?
Yeah.
My team won, yeah.
Won what?
That's all we care
Before
about
us?
right
You in fucking alternate reality.
Also?
What? When?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. What's going on?
Oh, you mean when you were on your stream and said, man, we didn't lose. We got 2nd place. Stop it.
I didn't say that.
Stop. Yeah, you did.
Pull up the clip.
Don't make me. Don't make
Pull up
me.
the clip.
Don't make me.
Pull up the clip.
Don't make me.
I mean, you can do it.
He didn't save the stream to his Twitch.
No, I saved every stream.
Alright, I think that's gonna be good. We're already recording.
Really, my team came in first.
What?
First of these
Really?
nuts.
My team came in first.
Right.
So,
unless
nuts.
2nd place is the derivative of 1st place, you ain't do shit.
What's a derivative?
That's why you lost.
That's why I lost.
Don't do that.
Actually, that's why I won.
You didn't win.
We did win.
No, you didn't.
Yes, we did.
Stop.
What'd you win?
Yeah, what you win?
First place.
First place of what?
First place at Ultimate Gamers League.
On God.
What tournament?
Yes.
Which tournament?
Which god?
None of them. Because you never won.
Which tournament?
Alright, so one thing I need
The
y'all
one
to
that
do,
happened
just
recently.
occasionally, you don't gotta make it obvious or whatever, but make sure that it's not recording.
Oh, yeah.
Because we've had it bump off one time before and we went 10 minutes and I just happened to look up and it was not recording.
Okay, I got it.
But other than that, we're good. Alright, well I guess we're gonna jump right into it then. Alright, so we're here with another episode of the Ultimate Endgamers League podcast. We got myself, Ryan, aka G-Licious Baby. We got Pastor Herbs as the co-host, and we got back-to-back UEL champions, AyJayLilBlue and Jury with us today.
Yes, sir.
Super excited to have you guys. So, they were already going in. I'm not going to have to talk too much this podcast.
Little battle.
Yeah,
Just
but
What battle?
what you mean?
See?
Stop it. Let it finish.
I'm trying to tell you. So, let's talk about I'll just start off with 10-2. Okay? 10-2. Karma. Oh, these are members of Karma. So, you know, they're back-to-back champions right now. This is the 3rd season win. Ravens is why they keep on looking at them like that. The Ravens were who they played. Ravens got 2nd, put up a valiant effort, but the end results were 10-2. So I want to ask you guys, first of all, how do you feel about winning 2 times in a row?
Feel great. Feel amazing.
It was pretty. I mean, like definitely coming up like on that tournament. You know, we're all like, nobody thought it was gonna be a wash. It's like nobody thought it was gonna be. I mean, their team did.
Yeah.
A couple of their teams said 10-0, but we didn't say 10-0. He was humble.
Oh yeah.
We was humble. We all said 10-7. I mean, 3 of us actually said 10-7 in a row, and I was like, That was a fair number for what I thought was gonna happen.
Yeah.
It was like definitely the wheel.
Yeah.
The wheel was nice,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't OD.
A little nice.
It wasn't OD.
It wasn't the
not
best we could
OD.
get.
It was not.
Kinda OD.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
Explain that.
Well, I mean, I don't have to explain. We have the
No.
highlights.
We can explain it right now. Come on.
Well, you see, in the alphabet,
Mhm.
there's the letter O.
Mm.
And before that, way before that, I think it's the fourth letter,
Mhm.
you have D. So if you put those two together, you get OD. So that's why I say it was kind of OD. That explains that.
I will say, anytime Herb took a jump to try to just get the dub, the next game was Herb's strongest game. And I think that definitely played a role in the momentum of the game a little bit.
The downfall was right when KOF happened.
Mm.
That was it. That was the turning point. It was like, if Herb would have thrown himself in on that, it might save the whole tournament.
Mm-hmm.
That one game.
Probably not, but.
And your player didn't play that game before, right? Because I heard we were talking about it afterwards.
So, James played in the tournament
Okay.
that we just had, like, what was it, like 2 days before that?
Where King of Fighters was in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The debut tournament.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
super quick. So, I mean, he had touched the game,
Mm-hmm.
but he didn't really mess with it like that. I mean, he didn't play King of Fighters before that time. So, from what I heard, I think Spartacus played a little bit. KOF or not
Yeah,
really?
just like a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was pretty even, you
Yeah.
know. But James just started to get a groove where it was like Street Fighter, kind of like just boom, boom, boom.
He said that's what he
Yeah,
said. He
yeah.
said he's very familiar with that game style,
Definitely.
and so as soon as he started playing for a little bit, he
He's
said,
like-
"Oh, I got this."
I played it one time before the round. It's very similar to Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't hit him on the ground. It feels
yeah,
like it, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So once you learn a couple characters,
Mhm.
then you're solid, good to go.
Definitely.
Okay, so I know y'all have this thing with Herb, but let's talk about what roles did you guys play? So what role we can go either way. So AJ, what role do you feel like you played in this last tournament?
I feel like I filled the biggest hole we have is sports games.
Okay.
So when a sports game rolls, everyone's looking at me right away, and I'm like, okay, I'm going in.
I
I'm
guess
going
I'm
in.
going
facts,
in.
that's
Like,
facts.
I feel like I'm the strongest overall sports player here.
Yeah.
You got Tristan and Madden. He can give me some comp, even though he hasn't beat me yet. But it's been a while since I played him. 2K, I'm not the strongest 2K player. Obviously, I lost twice. The only 2 times I played 2K, I lost them both. But in FIFA, I'd say I'm the second strongest,
Okay.
only behind, of course, DZ.
Yeah.
But and then NHL's really new. What you looking at?
Huh?
Are you looking at me like
He is
that?
geeked on this episode, man. I swear.
But I feel like I could be the best NHL player here. I'm not that good, but
Yeah.
no one else in the league is because it's new. No
I
one
would
really
agree.
plays hockey. No one watches hockey. So like I'm like the only one that kind of has like background on it. So like I'm okay.
And Tristan used to say and was saying that was his bread and butter.
Really?
Yes. Because I was thinking about recruiting him a while back.
It's that
Yeah.
great value, bro.
And so I went to go.
You ain't say that. You ain't say that.
Sorry, sorry.
No way.
Comes out
No
in a week,
way.
Herb.
Woo! Okay.
So yes, that was actually said. So what you did, I actually want to ask you about that real quick. So when you played NHL, were you just toying with him? Because like he scored 1 goal, you scored 1, and then all of a sudden you just kept slowly scoring, but
So-
you didn't just like go off.
I didn't toy with him necessarily.
Okay.
But I wasn't playing at my best. What happened was I was just I was comfortable. I was super comfortable playing
Okay.
him. I knew right in the first period I was like, this is mine. This is
Yeah.
mine.
Oh,
He couldn't
dang.
get the puck out of his own zone. I was like, this is mine.
Yeah.
I even fought him. It was great.
Oh, that
Yeah,
was.
yeah,
He
that
beat
was-
up
that
on
two.
the ice.
He beat up 2 of them.
That was a hype moment in the tournament.
Yes.
That was a hype.
It was amazing.
Yeah, that was
It
awesome.
was so hype. Everyone was like, that was like the best part of the game. It was just me fighting him and
Dang.
winning. It
How
was
did you
awesome.
guys feel when that was happening?
No emotions.
None?
There were some emotions.
Uh,
There was some emotions.
I can't speak for everybody.
Y'all were like in a little huddle, and like
Y'all?
you and your whole team, bruh.
Me and my whole team.
Yes.
What's
Y'all were watching on the big screen.
Said what team?
Don't say that.
Hey, you
God
dropped
damn.
everybody.
Yes.
He is done.
New roster,
Completely new.
100%.
Yes.
Everybody.
They all have to go.
Everybody.
God?
No.
God,
Yo.
Jesus, Joseph, Mary, John, other John, Paul, Saul, all the guys.
Hey, this guy knows everybody.
All of them.
The whole
All 12 of them.
Bible?
Yes.
Yeah, you go through the whole Bible.
Alright.
So
Alright,
I would say you did keep your composure though. Herb kept his composure the whole time. I was expecting to see him even he's pretty good with his composure and happy all the time. But I did expect him eventually, like with the 10-2 situation. I was like, man, this hurts, bro. And something I've noticed too is when people are losing, everybody all of a sudden knows what you could do better. And everybody starts kind of saying comments like, hey, oh, yo, but why'd you do this? What? It's like, oh, hold on a second. Hindsight, of course, yeah, I can look back and say, oh, I could have done this. But when you're in the moment, especially as a coach and a player, like I'm only the coach and I run into stuff all the time. So as a player, like that's a tough spot to be in. So and that's why I didn't give any advice because it had happened to me in my game where people were like, hey, bro, da-da-da. I'm like, bro, first of all, I knew coming into this what was going to happen playing the Ravens, okay? Because the Ghost Squad got doo-dooed on by the Ravens. I knew what was coming. Like, I know what they're good at. I come in here all the time and see what they're playing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Just got to do your best.
yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
Just, oh, it sounds so elementary, bro.
Yes.
See, nah, we're not going to do
Gotta do
that.
your best.
Oh, let's move away from the Ghost Squad. Let's go right back in. So, AJ, I feel like you might have covered everything as far as, like, what roles you played. But do you think that that's about, like, you played, like, you definitely covered the big hole?
Yeah, cover the big hole. I mean, I play everything.
Pause.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, resume.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. So
Nah, but I cover everything.
Pause.
Just about everything besides fighting games. Really, I mean, I can beat someone that hasn't played. I can beat Caleb and like or Courtney or.
This.
Or hey, what was the score?
Oh my
man.
God!
Between who?
Between
Between
us, bro.
us.
Who's us? Well, we don't
Karma-
have we don't have anything
wait,
between
wait,
us.
stop
Wait,
it,
wait.
stop
We
it.
don't have anything. What is this? Pause. We don't have anything between us.
Karma.
Nothing between us.
Wait. Karma versus. Versus the Ravens.
Huh?
Karma versus the Ravens. Let's hear it.
Who's that?
What is? It's a dead team from what I heard.
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ravens are, dead. They're orchards. They feed on the dead.
Okay. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Y'all weren't feeding it all in that tournament.
Feeding on themselves.
somebody was eating,
Yo,
and
yeah.
it wasn't the Ravens this
I'm
time.
hungry.
But okay, so then I guess how do you feel, Jerry? What role do you feel like you play? I know you're the captain, so
Yes.
you're the captain of Karma.
Yeah, so pretty much like the whole time in that tournament, it was like no matter what point we are in the game, like whether we're up 5-6-0, whatever, I am hell-bent on trying to figure out how we're going to win. So in those moments that people are laughing, doing whatever, I need people to stay on my space.
Yeah.
Because I will pop off at people. if
I
they
noticed
come to
that.
me.
It was a
Yes.
different energy. It was
Yes.
different for you.
When I'm in tournament, it's a different person because I am as focused and can be on winning, next rotation, who to pick, who's going in. And the thing is, I already knew pretty much the moment the game rolled who we were putting in. And Aiden is like basically like the second captain. I mean, everybody on my team is coordinated. We're discussing who's going in next the moment it happens. I mean, you could see us in tournament when we were in front of the camera, us just kind of all move as a unit.
Yeah.
Because we're like, we literally be watching the wheel, game, just move. And we'd be like, all right, do we know who we're putting in? And most of the time, Coach P would already be picking. And she's like, I already know who. Just
Yeah.
the moment before we even said anything.
Yeah.
But definitely, like, my role was just staying focused
Okay.
and just being the strategist of the team, pretty much, is what I'd
You
say.
should have saw him when James touched his chair when he's playing Splitgate.
What happened?
He turns around. He's like, "Don't touch my chair."
Oh God,
I
man, I wish I
did.
forgot that.
I did. I was sitting there, and I'm, like, getting ready, and he just kind of, like, jerked my chair a little bit, and I was like, do not touch my chair. and he was like, okay. And backed away, and I was locked in for sure. But I was definitely like also the in-game coach.
Okay.
So if I saw anything I needed to be fixed, I was instantly walking up and checking with people. Like in our siege match,
Okay.
each round I'd be like, hey, look, play more on site. Don't get as aggressive. Don't underestimate. Stay focused. I come up and just just hit people with a fist bump, and that's it. Keep moving.
Yeah.
And make sure I hit everybody.
Because you didn't play that round.
Yeah, no. I was full on like coach mode, and that's the thing. Coach
Hell
P
yeah.
will stay out of it. She's good at keeping like the mental of our players well.
Oh, yeah.
Like when Aiden was losing it when we were versing somebody in Madden, she walked up.
Oh,
She's
that's
like,
300.
yeah.
I
She
went
was
down
like,
7-0.
yeah, she was
Oh
like,
dang.
just relax.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay.
Yeah.
Like I'm better with like telling you what you should do in game versus like
Yeah.
relax, man.
Yeah, a little counseling. You know,
Yeah,
like, hey,
definitely.
let's talk real quick.
Yeah, exactly. It's like dial it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do a little woosah.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's definitely a little like a reality check kind of person. Like she'll keep you like chill.
Like
Very
grounded.
grounded.
She
Very
yeah.
grounded. Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that about her too.
I went down 7-0 to 300. And I'm like, I know I can beat this guy, but like I have everyone behind me. The whole league is like watching behind me. I'm like,
first game too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First game.
Oh,
First
yeah,
game
so
of
you're
the
not
whole
even
tournament.
warm yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. First game of the whole tournament. I hadn't even played Madden since like 2 days before, so I'm like a little rusty.
Yeah.
But plus it's next gen Madden. I didn't have next gen Madden.
It's
but
weird.
It is weird. It's different from current. But I ended up scoring 28 unanswered, so.
Yeah, was that the Phantoms? That
Yeah,
was when y'all
yeah.
played the Phantoms, and
Yeah.
that score was, I think it was, that one was, I think, 8-4.
9-4.
9-4, okay.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
9-4 against the Phantoms, and that was y'all's first game for this season.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And they actually put up a fight.
They
like,
did.
did.
They
Yeah,
did.
that was something that I think we've talked about on the podcast. That's going to come out on another one, too, with DMV. We talked about how, like, we thought the Phantoms were kind of like a sleeper team.
Definitely.
As well as the Vikings, because we knew a
Yeah.
little bit about both of those teams, and I think they were. I think that, you know, it would have been unfair to, like, if they had won, that would be like a super surprise, kind of like how y'all were, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely first season was great.
They aren't as diversified as they could be,
Mhm.
but they definitely have potential. Both teams.
Yeah, and like,
Definitely.
one of them was a
Especially the
4-player
Vikings.
team
Yeah,
too.
especially
Yeah,
the Vikings.
yeah,
They have 4 people.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so I mean, they did really well with 4 people. Basically reset every 5 seconds.
They're a few
Yeah.
pieces from being a finals contender. So
Definitely.
Dang. Okay. Dang. That's a big statement, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people are like, some of the teams are trying to stay together, like through the draft and stuff coming up, because they've got synergy. You know, something that you guys clearly have is like playing as a unit, and like that stuff is super important. Like even the Ravens do it too, like where you guys kind of come together. You guys come together and like, as a unit, you understand, like, hey, we got to stick with each other, like, whether it's in-game or out-of-game,
Right.
you guys make sure that, like, people are paying attention. Nobody's just, like, wandering off on their own, like, playing around, you know. I noticed you, actually, so the first time I've seen you super serious was, I think, against the Phantoms, because the first couple games you guys lost.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And that was where I was like, ooh, it was fun. It was fun for me.
Yeah, of course. It's like not stressful.
Yeah.
Like, oh, man, what's going to happen?
Yeah, exactly. And I
No.
saw everybody was more quiet. Go ahead.
I was stressed. I even talked to you. I talked to you and Vernon. I was like, this is tough. Like, I just lost
It was 2K.
2K. I just lost 2K. I shouldn't have lost 2K. Even though 300 is really good at 2K.
That's his game.
But I felt like I could have done a lot better. I thought I lost another one. Oh, no. What happened was another game rolled. It was FIFA rolled after.
And we lost
And
that
because it was James winning and I was out. So I couldn't.
Yep.
And I was so frustrated with it.
And that was where the wheel starts to play a
I
role.
was like, there's no way. This shouldn't be happening. Like, I was out of it for a minute.
I noticed because like y'all's personalities are usually more up.
Yeah,
you
definitely.
know, like especially yours, but his too.
Yeah.
And just like happy, smiling. Like I noticed like the whole team's always smiling. I'm like, yo, yeah, they're smiling because they're always winning.
Yeah, right.
Like,
They're always up. Like,
yeah,
oh my gosh.
like let's see how they. But honestly, like that was something that I know me and Titus were waiting, and I think Herb too. Like we were kind of waiting to see how you guys respond to losses, because a loss, once that energy's out of your system, it's like, wait, how do they handle like coming back?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because we've had to come back, we've had to crawl out of holes, and we have. And that's where like you notice like those players that get too emotional, if they go too far, and if they lose it, now they're affecting the rest of the team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which exactly, and like it seems like you guys. Well, I think it's great with Paige too. Like as being like the emotional manager.
Yes.
Like she comes in like you explained.
Yep.
And that's huge to have that person that can be like, hey, calm down, keep your composure. Like if you lose, like I have to do it with my team all the time because we be taking some L's sometimes. Don't know if y'all know. And it's like you got to be like, hey, like. If we're gonna win this, we might win it the second half.
Yeah.
Which you guys showed, because technically, I mean, you were 4 one more game. Y'all halfway there with the losses.
Yeah.
Now you got to come back in that second half, and now it's a real battle. But to see how you guys like, you definitely put your head down, not in a negative way though. I was watching.
Honed in.
Yeah, like how do you feel you guys handled that? So let's just get into it. How do you guys feel like you handled that?
It was definitely like, I know how I get whenever we start losing. It's never like, oh my God, we're not gonna make it. It's like, don't speak to me unless it's strategy. That's what I get. I get to that point to where I'm like, if you're not saying next play, game plan, and any of that stuff, do not speak to me.
Yeah.
I did pop off at Rex, and I didn't mean to, but he
The
was
nicest
like,
guy in the league.
Rex is literally the homie. Like we're super tight. Taught me CTR, best guy ever. But when we were down, and he was laughing with one of my teammates, I was like, Rex, shut the fuck up. And I pulled my person away, and he was like, what did I do? And I was like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And so that's when I instantly was talking strategy and trying to figure out how we're going to get out the hole. I mean, I knew we could.
Yeah,
You
laser
know, I knew
focused.
we
You were
could.
laser
Yeah,
focused.
yeah.
That's what I noticed because you were like in the computer,
Yeah.
and I was like, bro, and like I was like walking by in front of you a bunch of times, and I'm like, this man hasn't looked anywhere. Like he's like this, and like no facial expression. Just I was like, yo, Jury's in another world right now.
I definitely get locked.
You gave me a look too.
When?
I was talking with 300 after I played him in Madden, so we got Overwatch right after, and you guys were all playing Overwatch. I'm just sitting there chatting with 300. I'm like, all right, we got Overwatch. Like it's too easy. We got Overwatch. Like
Right.
I didn't have to worry about it. But when you finished, you were like looking at me. I was like, okay, I'll come back over.
Hey,
I was like,
we were even up 2-0, but yeah.
I was like,
that's good
man,
leadership though.
yeah.
I think that's great leadership. I mean, like you shouldn't be scaring your people.
Right,
I don't know
right.
what you do outside of here to them,
No.
but
yeah, I'm gonna say like I'm tight with every last one of my players. Like,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
definitely from the first tournament, it was like the chemistry that we had was like unmatched pretty
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
with and even any other team that I saw like around. Like we were just, even though we were down, that's the thing I think people forget is in that first tournament where first time in that big setting versus the Boo's second game, we were down by 3. It was a rough game, and that's when a pivotal moment. It was Rocket League where people thought Felucci was gonna wash me, and that's where we climbed out and kept that composure and made it out.
yeah.
But I think people forgot that was a stressful moment.
That was the most stressful moment.
Like that was like
I couldn't stop holding my breath.
Yeah,
like
I was-
watching. Oh my god! Every time the ball was in the air, I'm like, I don't know if this dude's gonna save it or
yeah,
not.
like, what's gonna
I
happen?
don't even know if he's that good at Rocket League.
Yeah.
This is my
I
first
kinda
time
just
watching him.
said, like, yeah,
And then
I
you
mean,
snapped.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
He-
we lost
he-
the first game.
Yeah, we did.
We lost the first game.
He even snapped at James and Dylan, who were the other two playing Rocket League.
oh
They
yeah.
were taking the corner boost, and he was like, "Do not take the corner boost."
yeah, I know that midway. I was like, do not do that. Go away. And that's what. And we won. I mean,
Yeah.
it was
I caught that reaction. That was the reaction
remember,
that I caught when I
remember.
came in, and I was like, because y'all were in the back screaming.
We
And I was like,
freaked
yo,
out.
like we were watching it out on stream,
Right.
but I'm like, yo, wait a minute, who is killing it
Yeah,
right
you're
now?
like, who is
And
that?
they were like, yeah, I think he's ranked or something. And I'm like, wait, what's happening right now? Because nobody really knew how good any
Right.
of y'all were.
Yeah.
Like we had an idea. I think Herb and Titus had a pretty good idea, but I don't even know about how good at those because they made y'all play games you didn't play.
Mhm.
So I don't even know if they knew at that point Rocket League and like how you played that.
Yeah, no.
But that shit was crazy, dude. Because I came in and everybody's like literally throwing shit, like jumping up and down, and you just like did the cool guy walk off. Like,
He was
Yeah.
he was locked in.
Yeah.
I remember in the moment when I lost that first match, I just remember feeling like there was nobody even around me.
Yeah.
Like it was just like I was alone in a room with just the game and that's it. And I was like, I remember like sitting back in my chair and just breathing in, looking back, and I'm like, I'm not losing here.
Yeah.
And then just coming back. That's what it took. Just taking a minute.
Huge
Okay.
crowd in the back room here.
Yo, yeah, there was
Dude, it was
It was-
packed.
there was a
Best-
lot of people.
It was packed.
Yeah.
Our whole team, the camera people that were supporting that day.
Yeah.
You were back there.
Yeah, because as the game went on, we were like, we wanted to go
People
see, like,
popping
we
in
wanted to go
and
see
out.
behind it.
Yeah.
Like, yo, we want to see him moving the keys.
Yeah,
What's
like
going
everyone's
on?
watching him. You got Dylan and James off to the side, and then
Yeah,
you got everyone around
Everybody
Cedric.
holding-
I walked in and was like, so who's killing it right now? And like
Yeah.
everybody was crowded around you. So I went like this and it was these two over here and I was like, oh, it must be him.
You're like, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, that was crazy. I forgot about that. You guys did have
Yeah,
to come
it
out of the
was-
hole your first time.
I think
Yeah.
that was the best matchup in this whole league so far. Still,
Really?
I still think
That
so.
was
Best
that
game
was,
so far.
Okay.
That was crazy. That was absolutely like. the
And that
most
was against the
stressful-
Boos.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the most stressful match we definitely ever had. Like even other times, like now especially, like when we start getting down, we're never like, oh man, like we just need a good game to roll. Like that was us first season. Like I'm not gonna lie, like our team and the amount of versatility we had, it wasn't much.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna be honest, it was not much. Like I had Rocket League, I was very good at shooters. Kind of it. Yeah, that was really kind of it. So in that first tournament, when we kept hearing people on the podcast say they're wishing for shooters, that's all they want. You know, that's all they need. Like that's how they're gonna win. Wishing for 30% of the wheel.
Yeah.
We were like, not anymore. Not anymore.
Yeah. Herb, you got anything to add? Not right now. Okay. So, I think that's also because of being like that for you guys, the league was new. The whole
Right.
concept of what, like 24 games at that point
Yeah.
was like, how are you supposed to be good at all of them? Especially when you're first getting in. Like, you usually, rarely do you even have somebody who plays like more than 2 games.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
You have
So
to,
like
niche.
exactly. So even if you play shooters, like it might be like COD,
And
but you're not playing Splitgate, or
Yeah,
you're not
no.
playing. You're not playing Fortnite.
and well,
I
for
mean,
a minute.
maybe?
For a minute there
Yeah.
was. Yeah, for a minute there was there.
I'm not to size myself or anything, but I mean, granted, I did lose every sports game I played against the Boos. It was Madden against DZ. Didn't know about practicing all this stuff. I didn't know what the league was like about. Really,
Yeah, yeah.
Still, even though I was kind of like in it for like about a month, was it?
When we met up,
Yeah, and all. Well,
we didn't.
our
even meet.
7 was like 2 weeks.
That was scary. I didn't even meet you once before. I
Yeah,
met you one time before a tournament.
Yeah, I had
like,
COVID.
Dang.
I had
Yeah.
COVID. I missed a couple practices. I'm like, who the hell is this
shit.
guy? Why is he on our team?
Literally, the moment I was like, Coach P, give me his Discord, and I called him up. I'm like, yo, look,
What
can
are
you
you
make
good
it? I'm like, what are you nice at? Anyway, sports games. Like, oh, thank God. I was like, oh my God. I was like, that was the fattest hole we ever had, and I was like, yes. I was like, okay. Are you gonna be able to make it? He's like, yes. I'm like, thank God.
Of course.
Yeah, and then you
Dang.
made it. Well, I think it was like Thursday, and then tournament.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did show up Thursday. Yeah, that's right.
And then we met up.
Mhm.
Borderline, not even practice. We were just trying to get to know each other better.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, like,
Yeah, no.
hey man, how you been?
Yeah.
Yeah, like how do you communicate as a person?
Yeah,
like
it's
because I
like-
mean that translates.
I didn't even know who James was at the time.
Yeah.
He walked into the back room. I'm like, Cedric was like, "That's James." I'm like, "I've never seen you before. What's
Yeah,
up?"
yeah, what's going on?
And you guys all go to the same school, right?
Yep,
Like, so y'all all go to Germana?
yep.
Okay,
yeah,
see, and that's
everybody on
crazy. I mean, I know it's a big ass college, so it's not like you're gonna see each other all the time.
the team. Yeah, no.
But that's what you
Especially
guys-
It's all online now too. So
Did anybody know each other on your team right now?
Nope.
Like nobody knew
wait,
each other.
one, Dylan and Owen. They knew.
Oh,
each
they
other.
did- they
Yeah,
went to high school
knew.
together.
Yeah, they went to high school together.
Okay,
so they
local.
knew each other. Everybody else brand new.
Wow.
I don't know if they were like great friends like that. I don't think were they.
I think they were decently.
They
tight.
at least knew
Okay.
each other.
Yeah, they knew each other.
Yeah,
But
whereas nobody
still,
else knew each
that's,
other.
That's all we had. That was the
Yeah.
only link we had.
Yeah, that's
was
a
it. That
that's
was
a
it.
disadvantage, man. Like you got
Definitely.
because that's what we talked about. Like we definitely talked about how like this is where we underestimated our competitors because all of us that had been through it all, like we had played like 2 preseasons and 1 season, so we're like, dude, we know how this works. Like we know,
Right.
man, because we
We've
know,
been here.
and we know regular people playing games. Like regular gamers aren't the ultimate gamers.
Yeah,
like,
they're not touching everything.
No, like they're great at Fortnite or great at COD or they just play like 1 or 2 sport games maybe,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
And the level of like how good you are, like online does not translate to in person
No.
exactly.
Yeah,
you know, it's
way
not
different.
exactly
Super
exactly.
different.
And like you just said, you brought it up when everybody's behind you and you got all that hot ass breath,
Yeah.
and like all your team is like counting on you.
Yeah.
Just-
And you hear them what they're saying and stuff. It's like
yeah. And people talking shit
Yeah.
or them supporting you, but it's like sometimes like what I was saying is like people want to support you like when they see something bad happening,
Right.
and it's like, yo, like I know I'm the one who made the mistake. I
Yeah,
like
you're
you know
I get it.
exactly. You don't need the advice at that moment. It's like you just need like support. Like sometimes you need like a little gentle like, hey, it's all good.
Yeah.
Play your game. You know what I
That's
mean?
Where Coach P is in for us.
Yeah.
See?
Like, I'm the person that goes up, but I don't always go up. If I see something and I think I can give advice somewhere,
Mhm.
I'll sometimes go up, but other times I'm like looking at him, I'm like, this isn't the right time. Like, right when we start off with FIFA in the game against the Ravens, I sat down next to Aiden, and I was sitting down next to him. I was about to go. I was like, do you want me to stay? He's like, yes. So I just sat down there and just watched the game with him pretty much, and would just be like, hey, keep it cool. You're good. Anytime he scored, I'd just be like, you're good.
Yeah.
Relax. You're fine.
Yeah, don't let that get to
Yeah,
you
yeah,
because
I was
that's
like-
gonna affect you playing nervous
Exactly.
versus just playing your game.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just one thing to point out about that FIFA game, to really prove that we are the villains of the league,
Yeah.
the amount of hype. Who was Acosta guy
Yeah,
when
yeah.
he scored 1 goal when
Yeah.
I was already up 3?
Yeah, they went, golazo!
Everyone was hyped. The whole league, everything's
Everybody
going
was
crazy.
pumped up.
And I'm just like, I didn't get this.
Yeah, I was sitting next
Oh
to him.
yeah.
I was like, Aiden, we go get that.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
"We go
No,
get
you
that."
won't. You
We're
won't.
literally
we were
conversating. We don't get that. I scored twice more, and I was like,
Yeah.
like where's that?
Where's all the
where's
hype
that
from?
I was like, come on, little something. Yeah.
That's a part of being the back-to-back winners. Like
Yes.
imagine how much like animosity there's gonna be and resentment for the third round. Like everybody's coming for y'all's neck.
Oh yeah,
Like-
anytime anything remotely bad happens, it's like, let's go.
Yeah. Y'all suck.
Yeah, garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll probably be getting hype over wheel spins.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Hey, look, we gotta get hype
Before we
over
get
something.
Yeah, right.
Like,
You gotta be pumped.
No, I think I think that that's just something that comes with it. Just like the people who lose, like everybody has something to say about, oh, you could have done this or done that better. But I think if everybody's like really at the same time, all of us kind of understand the strategy.
Right.
So I want to actually ask you guys about that. Now you don't have to put out like exactly the things you guys do because I know you want to keep some stuff in house, right? But if you guys could kind of talk about what do you think sets you guys apart from everybody else in the league?
Versatility.
Yeah.
And being dominant at shooters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's no other team like that, like us in shooters.
Yeah, right. That is true.
Yeah.
Like I mean, definitely like Herb realized it like firsthand. Like I know he's been training shooters heavy. Like because I mean, me and him were talking like 2 months before tournament, and I was like trying to give him some pointers and like a couple of shooters. He was giving me pointers and fighting games.
Yeah.
And definitely when shooters rolled, it's like it's really hard to catch up to somebody in a shooting game versus catching up to somebody in a fighting game.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because it's easy to lab a fighting game.
Mm-hmm.
I can learn a combo, and if it's cheesy, whatever,
Doesn't matter.
I might be able to beat somebody. But if you're versing somebody who has had years of playing just straight shooters strictly, it is hard to catch up to that amount of skill. That's what makes our team so good, like just from jump, is just that alone. It's just the shooter ability. Like,
well, you guys came. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, you're good.
So you guys came in because I remember seeing y'all labbing in the back, and you were always playing like one or two of these shooting games. Mm-hmm. And I can't remember if it was Overwatch.
It was probably Overwatch.
Yeah,
because that was like a favorite. Like I noticed your team like was playing Overwatch a lot, and I was like, yo. I think I was like, they're wasting their time.
Yeah,
like one game, like okay, like maybe they're okay at other shooters, but
right.
they're not gonna be this dominant because I saw how dominant y'all were at it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute, they're all playing keyboard mouse.
Yeah.
And I started to put together like, well, they never played together as a team before,
right,
so there can't be any communication. Yeah, like there can't be good synergy in the other shooters. Because like Siege is nothing like Overwatch. It's so different. And really a lot of the shooters.
Opposite.
Yeah.
Super slow.
Yeah, like and the death rate is so much faster. Like without
one
like
shot.
a lot of weapons and stuff.
Yeah, one shot can do it.
Exactly. So I guess you guys say that like, you feel like your overall versatility is the biggest key. Go ahead.
I'll say this too. At the end of the first tournament, even when we won, I remember after the fact I went up to Rex and I was like, teach me CTR.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you know what? Teach it to me. I was like, it was such a huge gap in our team that I wasn't going to be ignorant and be like, well, we'll get lucky by the wheel next time.
Yeah.
I just was like, somebody on our team has to learn it. If I learn it, I can teach other people, which is what happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I pretty much got everybody locked in on CTR. And to now, I would say I'm not going to say I'm the best because I haven't played everybody, but I'm definitely close to the best.
Yeah.
I'm definitely close to it.
Yeah, I definitely think there's 3 people that are probably pretty equivalent.
Jomi, Spartacus, and Rex.
Yeah.
Shout out Rex.
And then you. So I think I would love to see that game.
We're cooking up maybe a little free throw.
Let's do it. Yes.
I'd like to see that one.
I feel like that'd be really
everyone
fun.
would like to see that one.
Yeah. And also I noticed that some people don't understand that in CTR, like whether you pick balance, turn, or speed, if you don't pick speed,
what are you doing?
You're getting dusted.
Yes.
Like, especially because if they're on, like I watched your last game, if they're on the boost the whole time, you can't catch them if you're on the boost the whole time because the speed is different.
Exactly.
Like, it doesn't matter what character, like you're not going to catch them. Some people do balance because they want better steering, but it's like if you learn how to boost properly, the steering doesn't matter as much.
Exactly. That's exactly what Rex taught me.
See?
When the moment we were talking, he was like, I was like, what should I use? He's like, speed. He's like, use speed. He's like, do not use anything else. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, I tried, what was it? What did I try? Turning?
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Oh,
I tried that when I was at home when I got CTR, and I'm like, dude, I'm losing to the bots. It's not fun. And then so I went back to speed. I was like, I'm just going to learn to control this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it takes a minute. But with every racing game, it's like you can get it. Anybody can get it.
Yeah.
It's just like labbing a fighting game. Like if you just take time and practice, you will catch up to even the best.
Yeah.
But definitely the thing that sets us apart on our team, and I know not like most teams would probably do this, is that whenever we get done with like a tournament, I literally look at our team and I'm like, we have holes here, here, and here. Mm-hmm. Who's picking it up? And I was like, I can learn it because I feel like as the captain, I should be decent at every single game, but I mean, not like great at every single game because that's
at least know it.
Yeah.
At least you can help someone.
Yeah. At least if I could see something, I'm like, all right, well, I know a little something. I can at least tell them. Like that's about what I need to learn. But definitely like just seeing the holes and marking them and setting out like, hey, train this.
Like a training plan.
Yeah.
Like every time you guys have a little bit of an issue, you create that training plan. Okay.
Exactly. I'd say that's what sets our team apart the most.
Y'all keep on looking at her. Herb is stoned.
He is
You with us, bro? You good? All right.
different world right now.
So what was I gonna say? All right. So who plays UFC on y'all's team?
That's probably our biggest hole.
Yeah.
Actually, in a game.
I definitely
is
feel
UFC.
Really?
Mhm.
Okay.
It's
Well, don't practice it.
Right. Yeah.
Don't worry about
it.
Me and Dylan, maybe.
Yeah. That's our best we have. Well, Hakeem a little bit.
Yeah, Hakeem.
Yeah,
I mean,
Hakeem
we've
a
all
little bit.
touched up on UFC.
Like I've played it. I know how to beat somebody if they don't know how to block. So I'm throwing heavy punch and I'm like bringing the hammer down.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
when it comes to versus somebody like Caleb, I am losing to Caleb.
Oh yeah.
Like I already know that. Billy,
Caleb has
I'm
put
losing.
they put a lot of time into that game.
Like I definitely lose.
Which is
against him.
something I'm looking to do. Is put
Yeah.
a lot of time in UFC. That's
Yeah.
one that I'm like pressuring myself to practice.
Well, and you're
UFC.
pretty solid in all the other sports.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Right.
at this point,
Like,
now here,
it's kind of like I have to, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I think a thing about UFC too is like, you know how many people don't know how to grapple?
I know.
Yeah.
Like
I
if
know.
you just pick up grappling, like that's what Billy's gonna do to you immediately.
Yeah.
Like he's just gonna
you
take
don't
you
know
down.
to get out.
Nope,
Yeah,
he'll
you're-
just ground and pound you, and then or he'll really choke you out.
Yeah, and you're just
Like in real life. Like
Yeah.
that's
I
what
mean,
he'll
hey,
do you.
you know, it's strategy, right?
Right,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
Okay, so we don't know what games are coming out on the new wheel. All right. So now I see how you approach things, which is
Right.
really great for the setup for the next setup because
Yeah,
I don't know what's on the new wheel. I don't think Herb knows what's on the new wheel at this point.
No.
Like March
Wait till I
1st. Yeah, March 1st, that's coming out. So, do you think that there's any changes that can be made to the wheel that really affect your team at all?
Well, we thought a couple games weren't going to be on there.
Okay.
If there was a sports game, we thought it was going to be Madden, but
Yeah.
that was announced today that it's already back.
Okay.
So like,
Because
That was
NHL and Madden have both
and-
been
yeah,
said.
they're back.
Yeah,
they're both back, which is cool. As for fighting games, we thought Street Fighter.
Yeah, we got a feeling.
That's dropping.
Yeah.
And we know Soul Calibur's coming back.
Right.
So there's 3.
SoCal's back, and then KOF is also there, but I don't think
Yeah.
he's going to take that off right away.
I hope not. That was fun as shit to watch.
It was
I
cool.
hope
Yeah,
It was
not.
so
really cool.
like,
It was very
I
unique.
feel like Street Fighter's like,
I'd say it's on the ropes.
yeah,
Like
Okay, so you think that one's dropping?
I think
because
like,
KOF is really close to it, so it's kind of just like,
It would make sense.
Yeah. But if it were to stay, I wouldn't have anything against that either.
Oh no,
Yeah,
we'd
yeah.
love a Street Fighter.
Yeah.
six.
I would say it'd be nice. You know?
Yeah.
But,
We got the best
um,
Street Fighter player in the league on our team.
Come on, man. You ain't gonna say none of that.
No. No. Well, let's talk about unicorns because I feel like that's what we've called it for a long time. So like people that like you say you can't play every game at the best, you know what I mean?
Right.
But you do play most games better than most other players in the league.
I come very close to covering damn near everything.
Yeah.
Damn near. The weakest category I definitely have is sports games. I'd probably say.
Yeah.
Like I can play them, but I can't. I haven't gotten to a point where I can beat somebody who's about like pretty good but not great. Like, but probably what I'll do and what I do when I'm training a new game is I find either the best person or closest to the best, and I say, I'll be like, hey, teach me a little bit. I'll come back and be like, okay, I need to measure where I'm at versus me.
Yeah.
And if I score more than I did last time, great. And if I didn't, I need to train more.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much how I train with a new game I'm picking up is just pick the best person in the league, verse them, and see how bad you get washed. And then...
So you know what the gap is.
Yeah, exactly. So then you
Okay.
can be like, all right, the gap is 9 goals.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get it down to 6, not bad.
Yeah.
3, I'm getting a little better.
Yeah.
That's
And if it's the best person.
yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I did with CTR. Versus Rex, beat me by 20 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a big
Holy
distance.
crap.
Yeah, quite a big distance. Next time we versed, 10.
Yeah.
Next time we versed, 5. Next time we versed on my favorite track, I won. So it just
Nice.
kind of got progressively better.
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely like how you can measure, like how I measure if I'm doing good. Like Aiden, for example, I want to verse him in Madden
Yeah.
because he's very good at Madden.
Yeah.
So I want to see how bad and tell him to go full throttle, don't hold back, and see how badly I get crushed. And then if it's probably being realistic, 50-0, I can hopefully not
Right.
get 50-0 next time.
Yeah.
You'll get one on me.
Yeah, and he'll
Always
teach,
happens.
and that's where like you're learning though, because first of all, most of the gamers are willing to teach too. That's what's so
Right.
cool about the league is like we don't want washes, you know what I mean? Like we
No.
want competition, and I think that's
Back
like
and forth.
across the board. So every genre, because we talked about this before. Like every genre, like fighting, like sports and shooting, they kind of have different people. If you're just like they only play that, like the fighters can be super aggressive.
I was
like,
watching that.
Yeah,
that's so true.
Yes,
that's so true.
Exactly. So like sports games players, like really, we're trying to find more. So if you got friends that play sports, like get them out here, dude. Because what's up?
Maybe.
Oh, maybe. You already thinking about it? You already got somebody?
Maybe.
Oh, he doesn't want to add to. Okay, you don't want to add to the competition because sports they have a different. They're more like they tend to be like more serious.
Yeah.
Something. Go ahead.
Oh no, I definitely say that, right?
More serious?
Yeah. You're more
or like calm and serious, but
more serious as in like I hate the game. I honestly hate Madden. I hate FIFA. I hate them all.
Wow.
But I'm the best at them, I guess.
That's the doc said the same thing on me on the phone the other day. I was talking to him. So the doc, like, I don't know if you guys did this, but I'm gonna age myself a little bit. Like, so back when we would do sports games, like people would like have like a notebook and like keep track of like when you're playing with your friends and stuff or your boys that come over from school.
Yeah.
That was like high school. Like in high school, like we would have like literally like a track, right? Yep. So the doc would literally have like they had like a bunch, multiple composition notebooks. So that tells you how much they were playing.
Holy
cow. But he said there was almost like a hate for the game because of that. Like, and he's that good, by the way. He just is now just starting to play the game, but it's because of what you just said that he's neglected to really put out there how good he is at all these other sports games.
Yeah, I mean.
So that's interesting that you brought that up. We just had the phone call 2 days ago where he said that same exact shit. Like, it's not his game, but he can play it really well.
Yeah, the thing is, it's just like they're bad. Like, I feel like EA and 2K, they just don't care. They just put out piss poor games like every year.
2K, I definitely agree.
Definitely 2K.
Oh my god,
it's so bad. 2K22 next gen isn't too bad. It's been better than what it has been before, but it's still bad.
And when you say bad, I guess can you elaborate on that a little bit?
As in, like, things happen that shouldn't be happening. You're trying to do something, and it's like, say, like a fighting game. You do a combo, you're gonna get that combo, right?
Yeah.
You do something in like Madden, say you want to throw to a certain guy, but your quarterback's overthrowing it for whatever reason. Like, say you got Aaron Rodgers. This happens to me all the time. He's overthrowing Devontae Adams. Like, what are you doing? Like, you are one of the best quarterbacks in the game to the best receivers in the game.
Yes.
And you are overthrowing him, and there's no pressure around me. I should be completing that pass. Like, things happen that are like I get in real life, you miss an open three, you know? Like, but, like, this is a video game. You know, I time it right. I should be making it.
You green bar that shit every time. And it's like, I missed 5 in a row. How the hell?
Yeah, so, like, I'm getting the best release I can get, and I'm missing. Like, that shouldn't be happening, you know? Yeah. Stuff like that. Certain, like, animations happen that are just weird. Say, like, you're going for a layup, and then it's, like, completely contested, but the ball's going in. Like, it shouldn't, like, things happen that shouldn't happen in the games. Even if in real life crazy things happen, there's a video game.
Yeah.
Like, it should be like what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know, like certain things.
More based off the player.
More based off the player and the skill, not stupid things.
And you would think that's the whole point of them, like having the players' skills ranked and stuff, so that when their CPU, and I mean, it's when you're playing with them as well, but when their CPU, they should be playing kind of like their role that the role that they should be playing. Something the doc brought up was like defense. Now he said it's better in Madden now, maybe. Or he thought it was going to be better in Madden now, but like when he picked certain defensive plays, the players weren't actually like doing what they were supposed to do on that type of defense. Like, so whether it's zone or man, like they weren't actually following the protocol for that play. Like sometimes they would just like run off and go man when they were in a zone, and it's like, wait, what?
Yeah,
like,
what are you doing?
Exactly. So now you just screwed the whole like defensive play up, and it was just nothing you can do. Exactly. It's just completely random. Same thing with offense. Like someone just like. Whether the line didn't act
weird cut.
or the line just like one of the guys on the line just takes off. Like, wait, what?
Where you going?
Like, exactly.
It's things with defense on Madden. It's just like you got a zone, like a linebacker in the middle of the zone, middle of the field, and he just does not pick up. He just stands there. It doesn't pick up the receiver coming across, going this way, that way, or going straight up. They don't do anything. They just stand there.
Yeah.
The most annoying thing in Madden is that they don't cover the zones. Another thing is, like certain penalties happen in Madden that you just can't control, and it just happens, like a holding call. You're not controlling the offensive line, but they get a holding call. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
It's not my fault.
Yeah, offsides.
So,
Like, what?
Right.
So,
like,
certain things like that happen. It's just, they're bad.
Yeah.
But, unfortunately, I'm the best on the team for them, so
it's like, they suck,
but I gotta keep playing them. I gotta do it. I gotta keep playing them, getting better, learning the cheese.
FIFA's tough, though.
FIFA's alright. I feel like in FIFA you can tell by the beginning of the game if you're gonna win or not.
You told me.
Okay.
Yeah, I did tell you exactly.
Is that similar to NHL? Oh, go ahead.
No, FIFA's different because FIFA, I feel like I've played FIFA for a while. I used to play Ultimate Team a lot.
Yeah.
Nowhere near DZ, but I compare myself.
that-
Every time I
that's
talk
your
about
comparison.
FIFA, that like you have to compare yourself to DZ. Like he's god tier. I'm kind of just like average a little bit.
Pretty
you know,
good.
Okay.
pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But at the beginning of the game, like it has an algorithm like system in the game. It's just like certain passes aren't going through that you're trying to do, but they don't like work correctly or do what you're trying to do. You can tell like from the start of the game like that if that's just going to keep happening or if it's just happening for him. Like if they're going to win, you can just tell by the beginning of the game.
Okay.
Because of just stupidity that goes on
That
from
makes
the
sense.
start. From the start. Like like last night I was playing. I'm up 2-1, but I just know like I'm not going to win this game. I
Wow.
can tell. I'm up 2-1. I'm playing Ultimate Team. I'm up 2-1. I have it on stream and I'm like I'm not going to win this game.
Yeah.
And I don't win the game. I lose like 5-4 because that's just how FIFA is.
Yeah, you can
Like,
just tell.
It kind of just like determines the winner before. I don't know, who
Oh,
spends
damn.
the most money on the game or something. I don't, like,
Okay,
I don't
that's
know.
facts of the Ultimate Team.
It might be facts.
Damn. So you can actually tell, like you like if someone's of at least decent skill to you, then like you feel like you can tell from the beginning.
Figure it out.
Damn.
Yeah, like if it's even skill, I can just be like, all right, I can see that I'm like better. I can make better decisions, but he still might win
Yeah.
because this game is just built like that.
It's just tilted.
It's just tilted.
Damn.
That's
okay.
that's what I feel about every single sports game, except for NHL. NHL is different.
That is a very different sports game.
That's why I wanted to ask about
I
NHL.
love
So go ahead.
NHL. I love NHL. I hate NHL a little bit, but it's pretty fun to play. When I was playing, I don't know his name on the Phantom. Was it the Phantom? Yeah.
Phantoms?
Yeah.
Mm.
Wait, are you talking
played
about
him in-
Kraken?
Or was
That
it-
was Maddox.
Kraken.
Yeah,
Kraken.
Maddox.
Yeah,
Okay.
Maddox.
Oh, Maddox.
Yeah,
Okay.
versus
So
Maddox.
I played Maddox in NHL, and his goalie was just on crack.
Oh, I know, dude.
Dude,
I
it
know.
was
He was
crazy.
blocking
I
everything.
was like, holy crap!
Yeah.
I was doing things like my guy's open, one-time goal shot that should be going in every time.
And he
Like
just, like,
anybody
throw out
else
an
is
arm.
going in, but no, he just wants to save it every time. I'm
Yo,
like,
you were doing the
I
back
turned-
pass to the slack
Yeah, I
shot,
was like-
and I was
I-
like, "That's a goal."
And you
I
just,
turn around
like,
to Cedric.
what?
I turn around to Cedric. I'm like,
how was that not in? You're like, yeah, you look at me like, what more can I do?
yeah.
Goalie's goated, bro.
Bro, he went
It's
dumb.
stupid.
He
And,
went
and
so
the thing
dumb.
is, he played as the Penguins. Their goalie's not even that good.
That's crazy.
It's just the game.
Yeah, he was
It's
just on
EA.
point that day.
That's just how it is.
Yeah, he was
He
definitely
drank his
on
Gatorade.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
He got
Okay.
The, he got the smelling salts right before the game.
Oh, that's
yeah.
I kind of want to try that before.
Yo,
I don't
yo,
wanna
that
try
would
that.
be
You wanna try that?
hilarious if the whole squad during the video game did that. Y'all would break the keyboard and shit. Like,
I'm amped.
Yeah, I want to
Oh,
do that
man.
before a UFC fight.
No, you just start doing push-ups on
Yeah.
the spot.
I did. First tournament in October.
yeah.
Titus was handing out monsters to us, and
Oh.
UFC rolls. I'm in the bag. This is the first ever monster I've ever had. I've never.
Oh,
I've
that's
taken-
200 milligrams,
Yeah,
bro.
It was-
I've taken pre-workout probably like twice before.
Yeah.
You were sick.
I took like a little bit of drank a little bit of the monster, and I'm in the back. I'm like, I want to do push-ups right now.
Yeah, you started doing it.
You see it on camera in the back.
Just
like you just
on
saw
the-
me start doing push-ups. And you're like, what is he doing?
Yeah.
I go out for UFC and I
Did we lose that?
no, I won that.
Oh
That was
my,
against
dominated.
oh
Milan.
my god, we did win.
That was huge.
Yeah. So you got in the zone. You
Beat
got
his
a little
ass.
the nerves out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hell
That
yeah,
was
man.
Crazy.
Well, so I guess let's talk about, like, we kind of touched on it
Sorry,
with you.
unicorns. Right.
Oh, yeah, unicorns.
Yeah,
We can do
my
that
bad.
first, and then I want to go into training regimens.
Okay.
You don't have to get specific, because I know that that's part of, like, how you guys set things up. But,
Right.
So unicorns. So, like, basically, I think that's kind of, like, the coin term at this point for the league. Is, like, every once in a while there's a unicorn, kind of like,
Right.
I feel like you are. I
Thanks,
feel like
thanks,
Herb
yeah.
is as well.
Definitely.
I feel like there's a...
You got somebody else.
Yeah, I did, but I just lost it. So help me if you thought of somebody.
Which team?
I can't remember at all, dude. I'm gone. I just lost
What's
it.
he look like?
Nope, no, nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah,
We're going.
blank. Well, let's say you
He
two for
doesn't
now.
exist
Right.
anymore.
I think there's one other person who I feel like is like really good at multiple games.
Oh
Yeah.
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 I think he's on the cusp. I think he's on the cusp.
Okay, but see, that's what I'm
I
saying.
mean,
is
I
like,
played just about everything.
He
Yeah.
did. He did.
Weak
he
at
did
fighters,
such
but I can beat someone that doesn't know what they're
a-
doing.
He did
Okay.
well in Tekken.
but see, that's where like within training, like you could be that person.
Mhm.
So like as
Right.
like in 3 months, because in 3
Yeah,
months,
yeah.
like who knows? And that's the thing is like there are people that are putting in the time. So that kind of goes into like I know how much time he puts in training.
Yes.
A lot.
You've meant yes, a whole lot. You've mentioned how much time you put in, like say like so a new game like Lemniscate.
Oh man,
I've heard like 80 hours in like a ridiculously short amount of
I
time.
did put an intense amount of time in that game.
And I do not see anybody beating you 1v1. Like if it's 2v2, maybe somebody else.
I'll give it this.
Go ahead.
Billy, we did verse. He did take one game off me.
Oh, let's go, Billy.
He took one game.
Yeah, Billy's probably one of the better person at Lemon Skate here too, and that he's been going crazy.
Yeah,
it's like shooter chess, bro.
Yeah,
it's either you love it or you hate it.
I can't explain how much torture it is to play him.
Yeah, it's not even fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm always the go-to one. Like, yo, play Lemons with me. I'm like, okay,
why?
Fine. I guess I need it. I guess.
Yeah.
Yo,
but I go in there and just get put like. Just,
No. 300 to 550. It was not bad. He got some points.
Oh, wow.
He was close.
Most people don't do anything.
Exactly.
I've definitely watched every one of his Lemon Skate matches this time because I was just like, yo, I have to see.
And one game where I was explaining to you
Dude.
while I was playing.
Like, I'm gonna throw a little thing out there. Like, he does this thing where like he sets the turns up high, and nobody knows what to do with that, man. Nobody knows what to do. I'm like, yo, you do realize anywhere that they can see you, they're going to kill you. Like, and it's fast when it's more than one.
The turrets chip.
Yes.
They chip
Yes.
your health.
And then when you're 2v2, it's like you have two people. You can use that.
Yeah, sitting there like, what do I do here?
Yeah.
He's the only one that plays anyway for a 2v2.
Yeah. Who was your second? Who would be your second on your team?
Dylan.
Dylan. Okay.
Yeah, he was the spectator homie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he would just sit there, and I pretty much, he was like, can I get around? I'm like, nah.
Nah, just.
I'm like, you can watch. You know, but hey, that strategy game score popped right up.
Yeah.
Dylan might be up and comer.
Oh,
right next to me,
shit.
watching me play.
Hell yeah.
I think we're gonna have him train that.
We should.
Yes.
We should.
Oh, you heard it here then. That's lit, man. So then, do you think? I guess so. That kind of goes into like your training regimen. So like, is that how you approach every game like that you're trying to get good at? Like you
Just
put in
play
those kind of
hard.
hours, or
It depends how much fun I have with it.
okay.
Tekken, I put that many hours into, right? Pretty quickly. That was also because of Herb. Because Herb was like, "You need to play this game."
Yeah.
And I was like, hate this game.
Yeah, I
And
feel like it
then
can be
one day-
addictive.
Yes, and he paid me $10 for me to hop into a tournament,
Okay.
and I got bodied.
Dang.
I took 2 rounds off.
Hey,
not bad.
No zeros here.
Took 2 rounds. And I was like, okay, you know what? This game doesn't seem that hard. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's hard.
Yeah.
That game is hard.
Oh,
That
yeah.
is the hardest fighting game. By far.
Yeah.
I think it's most skillful.
Yes.
Really? Okay.
Yes. By a huge margin. Because it's like the fact that you just block by standing and not moving, like, that changes up completely. Because like in Street Fighter, like you have to back up when you block. So if somebody, like, I don't know. I feel like it's just, Tekken's so hard to pick up. It's so difficult.
Yeah, especially when you're
so
playing
much.
at like Herb's level and that stuff. Like when you start playing at that competitive of a level,
And you make
it
one
doesn't.
mistake,
One mistake is over.
half your
It's-
health.
Exactly.
Then
Done.
mistake, half your health.
Because people
Done.
have the combos memorized. It's insane. The amount of combos they have memorized. You know how many combos Herb probably has in his brain right
It's
now?
probably impossible
Across
to,
all the characters?
Yeah. He's like, I'll just pick up.
Like
And that's key,
every
too.
combo possible with Miguel and every combo possible with
You ain't knows Negan. You know Negan. Josie.
he taught me
Josie.
Negan.
Yeah.
He taught me
Negan,
Negan.
Josie.
Okay.
My versus Josie was not fun.
Well, and that's something that I've noticed with Herb and like other people who play really a couple of the fighting games, like knowing who you're playing against too, like knowing the other character.
Right. Yes.
Because you know
matchup.
the timing. Because like once you know their timing, then they know like this is where like I don't get into frame rates.
Yep. That he loves
all
that.
Herb.
Yes, but that's so key because you know what move they're starting to do, and you know, oh, this move's faster.
Yep.
This move's faster.
Or you just know the move to punish it. That was the
exactly.
hardest thing.
Oh yeah, exactly.
like-
What move is gonna stop it?
He's like, oh, that's like 10 frames. That's not launch punishable. That's 13 frames. That's launch punishable. I'm like,
Jeez.
I'm lost. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm lost.
Before I got into Tekken, I was just making fun of Herb and
Okay, I
and
made fun of him
James.
too.
Literally
wait.
every night I would come here. They would just be playing Tekken for hours straight. I'm just like, what are you talking? And it's like, oh, that's minus 13 frames. That's minus 7 frames.
He's like, don't use that move anymore. It's minus 13.
Yeah.
I'll punish you every time.
I'm like, what does that even mean?
Yeah.
Me and Snappy, Andy,
so yeah.
one night him and his friend were here and we were just making fun of him the whole time. It was so funny.
Me and Herb hopped on Tekken for about 50 minutes straight, and we're literally just talking about moves.
See?
And he's like, don't use that move. It's so punishable. And I was like, okay. I was like refining my move set.
Yeah.
To like,
Don't waste your time over
yes.
here.
Don't waste your time learning this move that's like, if you make one mistake and they're like, oh, I punished that, then game's over.
Yeah.
So he just definitely taught me how to play.
Herb is very passionate. He was teaching me one time, and it was like 3 hours long, maybe.
Oh yeah, that was on stream. I remember that.
Yeah, I was streaming it, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym in like 30 minutes." 2 hours later, he's still teaching me Tekken. Still teaching me Tekken. I was
priorities, bro.
Yeah, I even have a YouTube video of me beating like a Smurf. I mean, he wasn't that good. I mean, I could easily beat him now.
Yeah.
But at the time, I was like a really beginner.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, Herb, but he was like coaching me through
this.
it. Yeah.
Back 2-1.
He was a really good teacher.
Oh hell yeah, yeah. Herb's I think taught a bunch of people in the league right now.
Definitely,
Like,
probably the most.
Yeah, probably between him and Rex, I would say, because
Yes.
like those two train everybody. Talking like he's not here.
With us, man.
Yeah, you with us? You good? All right. So what was I gonna get into next? I wanted to get into, I guess, we can kind of go all the way back because you guys did come from a college,
True.
right? And there's a lot of new college players, especially probably this coming season.
Yeah.
Multiple colleges are going to be getting involved now. So with that being the case, I guess kind of what was the journey like, or like how did it work for you guys? Like, did you guys already have like an esports department, or how did you guys find out about it from the college? And then how did it kind of transition to getting picked up for the team?
So me personally, I was at the college, and they had this COVID tournament for Rocket League. That was my first time ever in like a tournament setting.
Okay.
Jumped on, had me and my friend Andy, shout out Andy. Me and Andy were in it, and we have one of our other friends, Christian, shout out Christian too. Christian had not really played Rocket League much. He was like platinum, somewhere around there. Me and Andy were both like high champs, and we were like, all right, you know what? Come on, man. People can't be that nice from every college. We got this. We're going to stop people. First game we lost.
Damn.
We lost first game, but it wasn't first elimination bracket.
Okay.
So we got the first couple other teams. And by the end of it, we placed 5th out of 21 teams.
Okay.
So not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, we did pretty good.
Yeah.
But it was definitely like after that, me and Andy were like, bro, that was so hype. We were like, we want more of that. And that's exactly what he told me. He's like, I want more of that. And that's why Andy joined the league, because it's like that same feeling.
Yeah.
But now it's in person, so it's even more fun. And I get to learn the other games, stuff like that. It's just
so amped, dude.
Else.
A lot of people miss out on that. That's like that's why I think it's crazy, because like the colleges I think see like something esports that's like structured, right?
Right.
But I don't think that they actually know, like, and the players don't actually realize how much more dope it's going to be when they're part of this type of gaming league. Like the real gaming league.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of like something that's exciting to see, like when new teams come in, not wash us, but when new teams
Not again.
Yeah. But when new teams come in and like get to experience it, and you get to see the like almost like that moment where they realize, what the hell? Like,
crazy.
you get almost like, this is where like the physical sports stuff, like it's that hype you get when people are cheering and like you scored whatever goal or like made whatever basket, right? You get that like fan hype as well as your own team hype. And like headphones do not do that.
No.
Like headphones don't do that. You're not going to do that at home by yourself. Even if people on the thing are going crazy, it's not the same energy, like you said.
Yes. When she's playing Rocket League or when I was playing Madden,
Yeah.
everyone behind me, I'm like, pressure's on. It's real pressure.
And how do those wins feel? I mean, y'all have had a couple of them. So, like, how do the wins feel? You can be honest.
I mean,
I don't know which one felt better.
the first one for me.
Really?
I'd say so.
I'm going to definitely say the first one was like, we came into it. I mean, let's be honest. Like, we thought we had a chance, but there was no way I was going to be like, oh my God, we got this. We'll watch every team.
Right.
We were like, if we lose, all right. But at least we got to play.
Yeah.
And then we won against first team. We're like, oh my God, we just won.
Yeah, we were down against the Boos. I'm like, me personally, I was like, I mean, this is probably it.
Yeah, that's what I was.
I was like, but I mean, like, this was fun though. You know,
it was hype.
It was hype. I'll probably just go home and play whatever.
More games.
Yeah. Play some 2K. You know, when I get home.
Your favorite or whatever.
I just love that game. Oh, it's so great.
It
but he pulled that Rocket League game, and I was just like, that was hype. That was amazing.
That changed it.
Yeah.
That changed everything.
That was like the moment of like, oh man, like I was locked in. I really wanted to win because I was like, I'm good at Rocket League. I could take this guy. And I know for a fact, like after we won that game, I got up and I was like, we can actually win. Like that was my thought. I was like, we can actually win. And then like Valorant and Overwatch rolled next day, forfeited both of them. I'm like, oh my God, we're up 7-0 wait, no, 8-7 now.
Yeah.
I was like, we actually are about to win. Like,
Yep.
it was like crazy. And then, you know, of course, we did win that. It was like that. I remember like the 4-hour gap that they gave us. 'Cause, you know, it was all one day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We sat back and we're like, dude, I'm done. And I was like, I'm done. I remember people were falling asleep in chairs just like this.
Oh, yeah. That was rough.
I'm sitting right on these stairs. I'm falling asleep.
Yeah.
He's like, "You good?" I'm like, "I'm fine."
I was running around a little bit, but then I sat in the chair. I was like, I was gone. And I remember James actually asleep like about 20 minutes before the tournament. I walked up like, bro.
You
I was
gotta
like,
get up.
I was like, are you ready? And he's like, yes.
Oh, yeah. I should remember
His
his eyes
eyes
just
just
flipped over like
he's
that.
like, yes. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
I was like, let's go. And then winning against Game On, I mean, one of the other hypest points for me was like talking to her because I really thought it was gonna be like Ravens versus our team then.
Yeah.
And I remember walking past him. I was like, bro. He was like, beat him. And that's all he said to me.
Yeah.
And left. It felt like, to me, it was like, you guys remember when Mike Tyson was fighting, who was it?
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Because
about.
Muhammad Ali was in the ring with him and said, destroy him.
Yeah.
I had that moment. So, like, I was pumped for, like, multiple reasons.
Yeah.
I felt like the win was, like, for the league at that time.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, it was exciting.
That
Yeah.
was the best thing for the league, actually.
Yeah, we definitely, and yes, I agree with you. At first, like, obviously before it happened,
Right.
obviously we all wanted to dog y'all.
Oh, of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just because, like,
cautious.
new team comes in, and honestly, like, that's what we were trying to do to one of the other teams.
Right.
Won't be named. They didn't show up. But, like, that was the plan for them, too. It's kind of like, you know, give them their spanking. Like,
Right,
that's,
yeah,
they got
show
to
'em
earn
what
their
the league
stripes.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let them earn
yeah.
their stripes. But I think actually for the league and just for any gamer who's not here or hasn't done it yet, showing that, like, you can come in, put together a good team, and
Right.
you can win, I definitely think that was way better for the league.
Yeah.
Definitely. It made a lot more people go, like, oh, my God, it's possible?
It's
Like,
possible.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think, like, we do that, like, especially, like, with the teams that are, I think with the teams that are currently here and a
Right.
part of it, like, when these new colleges come in,
Mm-hmm.
like, it's very unlikely that I'm going to want them to win over y'all. Like, now, obviously, I want my
Right.
team there, right?
Right.
But say if y'all don't win, you know, I would assume that you guys are probably going to support whatever team that you've been cool with, or
Right,
one of the
whoever
teams
you're-
that's been
yeah,
here,
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you know, people that you know, people
True.
that have helped you train.
True.
Like, it's like we kind of support each other. And then once you earn your stripes,
Yeah.
you know, we'll support, like, the league and the other teams support you that same way.
Right.
But as a newbie, you gotta
gotta
come
get
in.
bodied.
You gotta get bodied a little bit.
Yeah,
You might need to
just
get
a
a
little
little
bit.
haze. You know what I
A
mean?
little- bring it down. Humble you a little.
Yeah,
bit.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because some people, and a lot of people come in with that one game, like,
Oh,
I'm a
man.
god. You
Let
know what
that
I mean?
game roll. I'm gonna
Yeah.
take you in that game. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
One game out
Still
of
got
10.
23 others.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
yo. Oh man.
So you guys think that that's, as far as, like, the multiple game, like, having to play multiple games, you guys think that that's actually, like, changing the industry?
I
Like,
hope, yes.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's exciting.
Mhm.
I mean, because it's like Rocket League. You know, I got recruited for a college. Like, they wanted me to come out for Rocket League, and that was like really exciting.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. I went to tour and everything. You know, went saw a place, met the team, all that stuff.
Cool.
But it was like being here. It was like, even though, you know, I could go to that college
Mhm.
and, you know, I have potential of winning and doing that kind of stuff, it won't be the same amount of hype.
Mhm.
Because, you know, the first tournaments in a college setting are like online. So
Yeah.
I'm going to be with my team and, you know, we win, woo! But it's not going to be like this. Our first game in bracket, we're all together, we're sitting around, we don't know what game's coming up.
Yeah.
I've been training, and it's like the game maybe I've been training, like CTR comes up, and I'm
Yeah.
like, yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have been training this game. I'm pumped, and that's why I feel like.
Or it could be the worst game
Yeah.
we will for us.
And
you
then
know?
we're like, oh shit.
Yeah. it's
Like,
very suspenseful. It's
yeah.
Yeah.
That the whole time it's definitely like, phew, can we win? Can we not? I mean, even if nobody trained,
Mhm.
we always had the thought like we can't get screwed by the wheel, but we can always come back. You just have to have that mindset.
Yeah.
So it's really exciting though. I
Yeah.
think the multiple games is like what makes this league
Yeah.
fun.
Yes. I definitely think, because I don't know if you guys watch Twitch at all? Like, you
Yeah,
watch
yeah, of
other
course,
people
yeah,
stream
of
a
course.
little bit? Like,
Yeah.
I don't have, like, a whole bunch of time to do that. But when I did, so I watched this last tournament, I watched the stream.
Oh yeah.
And, like, I think, I don't know, it was John and somebody commentating. I think in the first couple games, there was, like, a lot of players coming in,
Right.
which was awesome, because you're
Yeah.
kind of hearing a lot of, like, people who haven't done it or people who
Mhm.
have done it a little bit. And it was so entertaining I've never been that entertained by an individual game tournament.
Right.
Like if I'm watching a COD tournament, bro, by the second game, I'm like, okay,
Same
somebody's
game.
good. They're shooting each other.
And somebody's gonna be better.
Yeah, and then it's like, and then it moves on, right?
Yeah,
and then it's like we get to, okay, next game.
Oh,
Oh wait,
oh,
it's the same
different map.
thing. Oh
Wow.
yeah, oh different map.
Mixing it
like,
up.
Exactly. And by the 5th game, you've seen all the maps that they're gonna play.
Yeah, and
you
you're
know, on
like,
a competitive
Same
level.
strategy, same step.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing all the
Yeah.
same stuff.
Exactly.
That is the major difference in viewership with
Yeah.
the league, and I think it translates into playing too.
Definitely.
It's like you don't get bored because you only get the one shot. So you
Yeah.
get like all that energy, like all that
Oh my
hype
God.
energy, like you were
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
CTR. Like you get that for CTR, but then you get that for Lemnis game.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you get to like
God.
constantly get that little adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
You the sports game.
Yeah.
Like
Let's
when
go.
they pop up, you get multiple chances, but then you also got to go play a shooter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's like you're getting all this like different
Yes.
stuff.
Which
Different
I'm
feelings.
completely okay with playing a shooter.
Yeah.
He's really good.
And you're really
I'm-
good at
I-
shooters.
Yeah. That's what makes him one of the most versatile.
I think so too, and I think that that's where like if you're already playing fighters, that's the thing is when you're strong at shooters and you're strong at sports, which is the rarest of
Yes.
all of the genres right now is sports.
Yes.
Trust me, I've been looking since season 1. Like
I know.
now the doc
We
is a
know.
hit, but yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, you do know because
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
creeping on y'all in the beginning.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, now I can't break through the wall.
Yeah.
But that's been one of the hardest ones to find people for. So like
Definitely.
we're definitely recruiting like for people just to come in and play sports, so there is more of a competition level. I think so that other teams can get at least somebody who plays sports.
Right.
But I asked him about his training regimen. Like, how do you practice? How do you train? Is it similar, or do you kind of have your own way of going about it? Some people get burnt out doing what he
So-
does.
True.
Yeah.
See,
So for me, I've already been playing shooters for my whole life, and that's kind of just like I can't really get. I mean, I can get better if I just keep playing them, but I got other things to play.
Yeah.
You know, for Madden, I kind of just go online, or like sports games, I just go online and I just find people that are better than me, and then see how they play, and then I also watch videos online if I need to, and try to like lab that in like a training mode or something. I know in NHL I looked up like certain stick moves I can use, certain ways to score. Madden I've kind of just played since Madden 11,
True.
yeah, okay,
so
a couple of years.
a few years. So I like know how like, and I also watch football. I also watch all the sports.
Yeah.
I know how hockey works. I know how soccer works. I know how football works and basketball. Like I know all the rules. So like that already gives me an edge over like anyone that's like practicing the game but they don't watch the sport. So like especially with NHL, like they don't know what no one knows offside is.
Yeah,
Offside
oh
is.
my
So
God.
I'm,
I'm
like, I'm
starting
just
to
like,
get it
Yeah.
slowly.
it's
Okay.
it's really simple.
Explain
it's
it to
really
people.
simple.
Explain it to people, please.
Okay, so
Go ahead.
You want, okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Offsides in hockey is you have two blue lines, one that covers the opposition's defensive zone and then your own defensive zone, and then there's the halfway line. And then the blue zone, you can't be in front of the blue zone yourself before the puck.
Yeah.
That's really it. You just
Yeah.
have to have.
So you
have to
can't
have-
like in basketball, like somebody be all the way up the
Yeah,
court.
yeah. You
Okay,
can't cherry
okay.
pick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's similar to soccer. Like the blue line is technically their last line of defense. Like
Yeah.
you know that's how offsides in soccer works. It's really simple. It's just you can't have anyone pass the puck past your opponent's blue line.
Yeah.
If the puck comes back before the blue line, and you have like your whole team in that offense, they have to all come back and
Before that they can go back in.
before they can go back in before the puck. You know, so.
That's where I think a bunch of people
Yeah.
have the biggest problem is
They
they don't
leave the
do
zone.
that.
They leave the zone. They have the whole like orange and black, whatever the line colors are, like
Yeah.
covering up that zone. Like, don't go back in.
Yeah,
They
it's telling
always
you
go
not
back
to.
in.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there. I'm like, okay, that's fine. You know what? I'm playing my competition. I mean,
Whatever.
whatever.
I'm
I'm not
gonna
gonna
tell
teach you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna teach you.
I noticed it because it has. I'm pretty sure it has almost like. Doesn't it have like some type of warning?
Yes.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
there's
it
the
pops,
arrows
like,
or
all the way. It's like
The
crossed
whole
through.
zone is crossed out. If
Yeah,
it's,
it's like,
if you
don't
have if you have a
go,
player
don't go.
if you have a player offsides, the whole zone is crossed out and they
If you
just go
back,
right
yeah.
in. And I'm like,
Like, let's go. But it's
Yeah.
hard not to because you get anxious. You're
Yeah,
like,
Well, you're
sometimes.
going after it. Like you're like, I
I
want
need
to
to
score.
score, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a really simple concept to grab. And in FIFA, if anyone doesn't know what offsides is, it's you can't. The ball has to be past the last defender
yeah, that one's a lot easier.
before you.
Yeah.
It's basically kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
It's similar. It's just like, but I think that because the field is so much bigger, people make the mistake less.
Yeah,
like and I think in NHL it's just a lot faster pace.
Yeah,
so
lot
people
faster.
are just not like they steal it and
Let's
they
go.
toss it right back in. It's like,
You
like
can't.
take your time, like
Yeah.
Jesus. And then they freaking hit the puck all the way around the ring and they don't know what to do, and I'm just like,
You're like, all right.
you should probably go watch real hockey for a little while.
Yeah, they just learn.
Yeah.
You know, they
And that's
play.
the thing. No one really watches hockey. Well, no one really watches sports in the league. But,
True.
That's true.
Especially hockey. No one really watches hockey. I think I might be the only one that watches hockey.
Yeah.
Maybe I think Rex does. Rex watch
Yeah,
hockey?
I think Rex watches a little bit.
Yeah,
so.
I think Rex does. But
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah,
That's
it's not,
literally it.
It's more rare. It definitely is more
Maybe,
rare.
maybe Billy does. I think he's a Cavs fan. I could be wrong.
Probably. Yo, have you ever been to a live game?
Yeah, I went
One
to one
time.
One
Oh,
Wait,
bro.
one time.
Amazing. Rangers and Cavs, phenomenal.
Phenomenal to watch those games live. Fucking phenomenal.
I'm gonna
Like,
go back.
it's hype as
I
shit, super loud, especially Cavs
Oh
games.
yeah, because they got the every time it scores like. Bang!
Oh, dude, it'll
Yeah.
make you piss yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, dude.
yeah, it's like, because you might not see it because it's like, depending on where
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
sitting,
'cause
you know
I
what I
mean-
mean? I don't necessarily buy the most expensive seats. So,
No.
Yeah, no.
you know, if you see the puck, you're looking up at the screen.
Yeah, you're like, oh snap, there it is.
But it's so fast, too.
Yeah.
Like, when they slap that fucking puck, bro,
I'm sure they're moving.
it's so fast. Like, it gets
Blink
in,
of an eye, and then you just hear the horn, the smoke coming down.
Everybody goes
Especially-
crazy.
Especially
Yeah,
for the
that's
Caps. It was crazy. I'm a Rangers fan, though, so I was kind of just like...
Yeah, come on, bro.
damn.
Yeah, whatever. I hope
It
y'all
was-
lose.
we won, though, but...
Okay.
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. But that was back in, like, 2014, I think. But it was still an amazing experience being at a hockey game.
Yeah, the arenas are smaller, like too, like than NFL. Like the NFL, like it gets hype and stuff, but like the Redskins Stadium, bro, it's always more of the other fans.
Yes.
Like I feel so bad for them. Like you play at home and it's like,
It's not home.
oh, that sucks. Like you don't have a home.
Yeah,
you
you
know what I
don't.
mean?
You
Like
don't.
I went to the Cowboys game this year, dude. I was all the way at the top. Yo, I'm not afraid of heights.
Dude, it's,
Woo!
It's high.
yeah.
It gets steeper as you go higher.
Oh yeah. Right.
And I was up there like, yo, if I just lean forward too
I'm
much,
gonna actually
it's
like.
yeah.
right.
If you tumble, I'm like, can't you just bounce over that little wall?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? But the hypeness though, because it's such a it's outdoor,
Right.
it's like big.
Everybody can scream.
It's not the same as in a NHL. Well, in the stadium for the
Enclosed,
Caps,
yeah.
enclosed, a lot like smaller, more on top of each other. But the hype and like the camaraderie of like the fans,
Yeah.
it's just different. And when fights break out,
Oh, yeah.
which is obviously
Dude,
a key, they
yeah,
can
let's
fight.
go.
It's the only sport like that. So
Everyone's
so crazy.
banging on the glass with their hands.
Yeah.
It's so
Dude.
awesome.
they throw like the others, like they throw their sticks in the fucking crowd, or like
Really?
like yeah. Well,
Oh,
sometimes
wow.
I mean the sticks
Every
you
once
know,
in a while.
but they hand their sticks off and stuff. Like so, like famous players like give their
Yo,
sticks
that's
off, and like
fire.
the puck if it goes crazy, like they'll just kind of get, especially the kids and stuff, obviously, but like all that kind of stuff. Like it's just super like I feel like fan involved.
Yes. It's
You know,
a great sport to watch.
Yeah, super
I
fun.
think I'd like recommend it to everyone.
Maybe
Yeah.
more people
Especially
pick it up.
playoffs. Especially
Oh,
playoffs.
yeah.
The best playoff atmosphere, I think, is a hockey game.
Yeah, I definitely agree. So I wanted to get to at this point, I think we kind of covered everything that I have. But is
Yeah.
there anything that you guys want to talk about that we didn't cover, or like anything that you're interested in talking about? Bring it up. Don't be afraid to bring it up.
I mean,
What?
I don't know, should we bring something up?
Talking about strategy?
No.
Oh.
Something about like certain things were said.
Do it.
it.
Do it. Go
That
ahead.
didn't age very well.
All right.
Oh, you talking about the post, right? Like the interviews or no?
Well, that's part of it.
Okay.
Part of it, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Kostas was funny. I laughed so
Kostas
hard.
was
yeah, Kostas-
hilarious.
I was
Kostas was
laughing
funny.
so hard. when
I
saw
really
that.
like Acosta. He's like
He keeps a good
young
spirit.
kid, great
Whole time.
spirit.
Whole
Yeah,
time.
he's awesome.
Yeah.
My
just-
team's trash. I
Yeah.
have no favorites.
Go. Come in. Just 1 second. We'll get to it. What's up? You need something? Go ahead, man. Go ahead, Herb.
My podcast.
All right.
Cutting
Yeah.
it.
Now's the time to get it in anyway.
Okay, so we cut that out.
Cutting
Like,
it.
we-
Yeah, we'll cut that
Okay,
part out.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, you were saying?
Yeah, you were
Okay,
just saying. Go
so-
ahead. Things were said.
Things are said.
Yeah, let's get it.
All right, let's start with the small one. I mean, they're kind of equal anyway.
Yeah.
Herb's interview.
Yeah.
Interview before the match was, oh yeah, they think they're all that in shooters. They're not all that. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
we'll
Keep
grab
going,
a few,
keep going.
We'll
Yeah.
grab a few. I'm like, really now? Like, come on, Herb. Like,
We are all that in shooters, bro.
we are.
We
We are the best shooting
Like
team
right
in this
now,
league.
the reason
And it's
why
not even close.
and the reason why our team is so strong is initially already having shooters held down like that,
Yeah.
and almost having everybody be free range to be taught any other category, and the other category, like fighting game category, isn't too bad.
Yeah.
Because if you just get somebody to lab like 5 hours, they'll be able to learn a combo and beat somebody who doesn't know how to lab. And the thing is about shooters, having everybody so good, we all lean off each other. So whenever those games come up, we have them. We got them locked. We've been playing them for years. We got it locked in.
Yep.
And now it's just diversifying our people already more than they already are. And it's easy. It's easy. Because the shooting game category, to teach somebody who's never played it, it's rough.
That's so rough.
It's rough.
You gotta play it for so long.
Yes.
To get the aim down, especially if you're on controller.
It's a new way to use your controller, really. Yeah, it's a whole new strategy.
And we have a lot of people. Go ahead.
Stick to move, stick to aim. It's just super complex. But
yeah,
I mean, Herb will literally. He said this so many times. It's like it's not hard to just aim and shoot at something. It's like then do it.
Yeah. It is to beat somebody who's nice.
Yes, a team.
Yes.
See, this is the key here. Is it's a team of people who know how to play nice together.
Yes.
True.
Like, cause you're out there just running amok. The thing about being too aggressive, which a lot of young players I noticed, like a lot of the younger guys like to just take off. Like they're just so eager.
Go. Yeah. Come on, it doesn't matter.
I'm gonna fuck them up.
Teamwork's stupid.
Yeah. But like that, I noticed is like, you know, a thing that you guys do really well is like how you move outside of here at the same way as you move in the game. Like you move as a unit.
Definitely.
When somebody gets killed or whatever, you guys don't just take off and like leave them all behind. Because then that's how you get the trickle effect.
Yeah.
Now you have 2 people trying to catch up to the squad and you got 3 and 2. Now you're split up. Now the other squad has the opportunity to be a unit and take you out.
See, it's like that in Overwatch.
The thing I realized with that statement is that's what makes our teamwork so good from jump, and that's what makes making a fighting game player who's only played alone, only played solo, and trying to bring them into a shooting game to have them say, "Hey, tell them when you die. Hey, tell them when you're getting shot at," is like pulling teeth.
Yes.
And that's when it comes down to us. When we go to other games, we already have such good teamwork that I'm looking at him while he's playing games, and I'll give him a look and be like, just like that.
Yeah, y'all got hand signals.
Yeah. He's like, it's just quick and we're good. I just give him a look and I'm like, he's got it.
See, but that comes with like, I definitely agree that having the strong like shooting skill set and knowing how to play it for real. Yeah. Like something we talked about with DMV like DMV's really good with shooters.
Right.
And he understands now. When he was on my team, like, I don't know if it was just my team as well as him. Like, there wasn't as many call-outs and things. Like, because I play shooters.
Yeah.
And, like, you saw, like, me, Titus, and John.
Y'all pretty
like,
work.
we work together. We're not that great. I haven't touched the video game in, like, years because of where I live at, right?
Yep.
But we put in work, and we work as a team. And we did so much better because of that. Like, because the whole time we're like, hey, bro, like, whoever knows the game the best, we're like, yo, so where do we go?
Yeah, exactly.
What's the idea of the plan?
Yep.
And then we all play shooters our whole life.
So
So now we just play our role. Like,
Yeah.
I know who's going to be more aggressive. I know what I'm going to do. And so naturally, like naturally, we just kind of adjust to the plan.
Yeah.
But if there's no freaking plan,
What are we doing?
everybody
it's
falls
like-
apart.
Yeah.
And I'll just bring my team up as an example, right? So like I think Minato and TLG, and I think TLG picked it up this season, Overwatch, which is y'all's bread and butter, right? Dude, you have to really put in hours.
You have to call everything out in the game.
And you have to call
And you have to be
everything.
smart. You have to know
You gotta know what
counters, counters to certain characters. Yep.
See?
The moment you make a mistake and don't call that a DPS is on your flank, it's over.
And so well, I don't want to put that information out there, but let's say I have a DPS player.
Right.
But when they're that person, they don't necessarily know how to teach the other players who are playing forward.
Right.
So it's like, learning that how important each role is, but also understanding like, wait, if the understanding is only there for the flank,
Yeah. Then
The rest of the team.
the rest of the team who doesn't play it is just like, go! Like, no! Don't do that!
Work as a team!
Yes. Like, it's like, dude, sometimes like that, like my team is like, they work together well now. And I think that's something too, is like things have changed so much in the first season and y'all really lit us up in the second season.
True.
And that changed like our perspective on it. But then the third season, like we still hadn't picked it up in the shooters in the way, like at y'all's level. And we have to be able to compete with you guys, right?
Yeah.
And I definitely noticed like that's a big part of it is that team communication and then the understanding of the game in general. Like a game like I would say Fortnite's pretty simple.
It's pretty basic. The
you know what I
building
mean?
thing is the only thing that's complex.
Yes, but that's like a skill in the game,
Exactly.
right?
And that's something that also with Fortnite, you have to play a long time.
Yeah.
Yes.
You kind of have to play unless you like lab by yourself and create it.
That's honestly like the fighting game of shooters.
Yeah. But
Because there's a lot to it.
I feel like with Fortnite, if you haven't played since like the beginning, then you're way behind, and it's gonna take a while.
They changed a lot.
Yes.
Because when I guess when me and him started, like we're the best Fortnite players on our team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We
And
started
James.
playing.
Don't forget James.
James, yeah.
James.
James.
Oh,
He's always like, put me in for
Yeah, you
Fortnite.
put me in for Fortnite.
No, James.
You will never be put in for Fortnite. This is a quote. Never be put in for Fortnite.
That's never.
Unless
rotation.
Unless rotation. But
it's good to have somebody who's at least eager and
Yeah.
skilled.
Exactly. If rotation, if need be.
maybe. But anyway, me and Cedric started playing Fortnite from the start.
Yeah.
We kind of evolved with the game and how everyone else evolved with the game. That's kind of how. That's just Fortnite. Like you had to play for a while to evolve with the game.
It's a hard game to pick up.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to pick up, unless you're playing against someone that's not Adonis.
Yeah.
Yes, I definitely
He
agree.
destroyed us.
Yes, he is God level.
Yes.
That's what we would say.
Which even then, I was like, guys, I know you guys hate Fortnite. Like, you can definitely it's basically a 3v1.
Like,
right
dude,
now.
some pain.
It was 100% 3v1.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Definitely. The other people were just walking on the ground.
Oh, yeah, they just got-
Adonis was like flying up.
Yeah,
Oh, dude, I think he was in the sky the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was cooking us.
he's insane.
But that's, again, like, everybody's going to have that thing. Like, it converts to other shooters, though.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
But that's
His
where...
aim, yeah.
Yeah, but the team maybe is more valuable. You know, now I think if you had 3 Adonis or whatever on the same team,
That'd be kind of crazy.
I don't know exactly what happens there. That's a throwaway. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
definitely.
Yeah,
Don't
like,
even try it.
Honestly,
Yeah.
so what do you guys think about Super Noob in Gears?
He was good. Very good.
He's
Yeah.
very
Very
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely probably the best Gears player in the league for sure.
Yeah.
Just, he did.
And his uncle wasn't here.
True.
So
I
his
heard
uncle,
that.
I guess, is like not as good as him, but close.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, to have 2 of them on the
That
same
would be
team,
crazy.
that's a problem.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? But I think like learning.
Yeah,
Go ahead. I like the confidence.
I mean, it's alright. I mean, we lost Gears, 100%.
But y'all had some
we had
issues and
some-
stuff.
we had
a lot of
issues.
issues
Yeah.
in that game,
We
but
had
it was
issues.
fun.
We have Cedric, who's very good at Gears.
Yes.
Don't know how, but he just is.
Yeah.
I just like that game, man.
Dude, that's so fun,
It's
bro.
fun. It's
It-
so
it's-
fun.
Yeah.
it's pretty
We played.
fun,
We
but it's
played it
just-
when we were here.
That
You
game,
said it's weird.
Yeah, I played it my whole for a long time since I was a child. but,
Yeah.
I mean, it's still a weird game.
It is a weird
It
game.
is a
It is
very
super
weird game.
different, super weird.
most
but-
unique shooter.
But I think that's key, like, cause
Except for it.
that's what I like about the shooters is because if it was all like similar, it would be boring as hell. Like if
Yeah.
it was like all like Overwatch or all
Yeah,
like
all like
COD,
COD.
you know what I mean? Because
Uh-huh.
even like Siege and COD are so different.
Way different.
You know what I mean?
Way different.
Fortnite clearly
Yeah.
different. You
Yeah.
know? So I love like how I'm super interested to see how this new wheel turns out.
I'm curious.
I hope we keep like Splitgate.
I love Split. I love
I love
Splitgate.
Splitgate.
I
It's
think
fun.
that we need to. I
But
think
it's
we need to
just-
see some more Splitgate, but I don't know.
It's just
I
too
don't-
similar to Halo. That's what.
I think that's what we're.
Yeah. So fun,
Setup
though.
time isn't like the quickest
It's
with it.
decently.
I don't know how much Titus has fun watching it. I really don't.
True.
And that's
Yeah.
just what the whole wheel is gonna be. Is just how much fun he has watching.
Yeah, that's what he told us. He told us that. He's like,
I
it's
mean,
my show. It's
yeah.
my show.
Well, and it's like for it to be entertaining as well. Like what's the best things to watch? And I would say like that's probably not the most entertaining shooter to watch.
It's
No.
not.
Like it's
Because our team, we walk.
I mean, it depends on who
Oh,
you
yeah.
watch it.
Yeah.
true. I mean, y'all.
Like,
I wish it would have expected
25-50, 25-50, y'all
Oh, I
beat the
went-
Ravens.
yeah.
It was something like
I
maybe
went-
50%.
But we're not all that
It-
shooters.
Get 'em.
That first round, it went 32-5. I
Oh my
was
God.
dominating.
Oh my god.
That's when James said he was sitting behind me. He said it looked robotic because
Yeah.
I was so locked in, and my aim was like locking on to people like that. And
Yeah.
I was in it. I was
And
going dumb.
it's just
I know.
it's a fun game to watch. I mean, if we get comp to it,
It
know,
would be
like if
great.
like another
It
team
would
that's
be
actually
great.
it's really fun to watch if you have two really good teams.
Oh hell
playing.
yeah, hell yeah.
Portals, you're
God.
teleporting all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's-
So
it could be
Cordy
really
on my
fun,
team
but
It's nice.
is super nice.
Word?
But he doesn't have enough support to play like he
Right.
could play with y'all if y'all
he was
had
on our
some
team.
players. Yeah, essentially or if like y'all split up the team and then he played, he would be able to compete. Like
Yeah,
he
no
kind
problem.
of goes, like 30-5 and shit, like
That's
crazy
good.
shit.
Yeah, that's really good.
He's definitely like my strongest shooter, I would say.
Gotcha.
Um,
I
not-
heard he's pretty nice at Fort too. Yeah.
Super good at Fort.
Yeah.
I think Adonis. I don't know if anybody. I don't know. I'd like to see him play one of you guys.
Yeah, I was about to say we both weren't in. That sucked.
Yeah, I want to see that. But like he's high level in Fortnite. He's high level in
yeah.
Splitgate. I don't think Gears is his favorite. He doesn't like Gears, but again, it's weird. Like
Gears is unique.
It's a little weird.
It's so fun.
It just feels like clunky.
But when you start popping
Dude.
off though,
Boom!
oh my, bounce a little bit.
I mean, whenever we played free for all down this wall down there, like it's pretty fun.
It
I've
gets
popped
hype.
off a couple times.
I
where
loved watching
killed
it.
the whole lobby
gets
like
hype.
right in a row. But
Yeah, see?
That would be fun to have a free for all.
Never end up
for
winning.
sure.
Yeah, that would be. But
Like-
see, yeah, free for all can be really cool. But then it's like the
It's
problem
kinda
is
random.
that everybody just gets popped. Like you start
Oh,
like getting ran
yeah.
up on. Like I actually start doing pretty well because like
Yeah.
I creep on people.
Yeah.
He shot him. I got him. Like
Yeah,
I'm
freak out.
taking the assist.
Yeah.
Like,
We
but-
take those.
yeah, hell yeah.
it's a fun game.
It is definitely a fun game.
I think that's being kept.
And Keys,
Right.
I hope so.
He
I really
likes
hope
playing.
so.
Titus
Yeah,
likes
he-
playing.
right, he-
so
he likes playing
he'll
it
keep
too,
it.
so
Yeah.
He'll 100% keep it.
Yeah, and we're gonna keep the old man squad. So
Let's
you know,
go.
yeah, we're
Nice.
definitely.
Team
So
Wisdom.
I don't know if we're
Okay.
gonna keep going with Bulls. We might have to change it up.
I
to
like
something.
that Team Wisdom.
Yo, Team Wisdom's
Team
lit.
W?
Still? Okay.
TW?
But we're all gonna have like I know me and Titus. Well, I don't know. I'm not gonna put out our personal stuff, but essentially we'll have better internet soon.
Oh, nice.
So we'll be in a situation and we'll be closer by.
There you
So we'll
go.
be able to kind of
Okay.
lab more. We got our boys
I
Jorge
see
and
it.
Jim.
I saw that. I
Yo,
bet you both.
Jim?
They're the homies,
Yo,
bro.
Jim, the other white guy,
Yeah.
like yo,
Yeah.
he went off.
Really?
He did.
He went
did. I
off.
remember seeing
In
that.
COD?
Yeah.
And he didn't touch it. He didn't touch anything before he came here. Now he's played it. He played it back in the day.
Yeah.
Right.
But he warmed up
like
in
that.
the tournament and just he was top of the board every time. And John is also really good at shooters too. Yo, we didn't know what happened. We just like when that game would be over and the score would come up, we would be like,
Winnie?
Jim, like
go.
let's go.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he's like, I told you guys I play shooters. Like super like just
I
nonchalant.
love that humbleness.
The whole time.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, if we knew that, we would have asked you what to do. Like, like
Yeah.
we'll support
Y'all trying to
you.
strategize?
Yeah, we was like, bring up the end, Jim. Bring up the back. Like,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
so I guess something I want to do. Like, do you guys have anything else you want to bring up? And we can definitely sit here and talk about
Shout
more
out to the whole team. I'm talking Owen, Dylan, Hakeem, James, Christian.
Yes.
stuff. Phoenix, right?
Yeah, Hakeem.
Hakeem,
Phoenix.
okay,
Yeah,
Phoenix.
I did everybody's name. But
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Spicy, all of them.
Love them all.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
definitely.
Hakeem's new addition.
That-
Wins it. We give him
He
MVP.
earned the
Okay, explain that.
Earned it.
Yeah, explain that. Go ahead.
So it was almost like we had gaps. We definitely had gaps. And like when we talked to Hakeem, he's like, well, I played that gap. I played that gap. And I played that gap. And we're like, holy crap. We're like, you are actually like perfect.
Great wild card.
Yeah, I mean, and
Love
nobody knew. Nobody knew. He actually plays CTR too.
Yeah.
He can keep up with me in CTR. So he's almost like me, but doesn't show it. He learns stuff like that.
Yep.
He learns it fast. And like in tournament, never saw him get flustered.
Nope.
Never saw him got upset. Even when he lost, he come back and say, "Bro, I almost had him." I'm like, "You did
Yes.
great! Like, holy crap, you're
Yes.
great!"
Yeah.
And it was like he just had mindset was perfect the whole time. I
Never
couldn't
nervous.
believe it. Yeah, never. He's like the opposite of me. I get completely serious.
Yeah.
A little over the top, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He's like the opposite.
He's just going and having fun.
Yeah. Whole time.
I noticed that. It seemed like he was having fun the whole
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Oh my
Even
god.
when he lost,
Yeah.
he was like, I was really close. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I know.
He kept the energy up.
Yeah, he
So
was.
player on my team like that is Lockdown.
Oh yeah, I definitely see it. I definitely see
Like
it.
even if like
Dancing
you know,
mid tournament.
yeah,
I saw that.
yeah, he likes to he definitely helps keep our team energy up. We take a
Yeah,
L.
he's really funny.
Yeah.
He's a funny dude.
Yeah.
Bro. He's
Yeah.
so funny.
I love those personalities in the league, dude.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
everybody has one, but it's like those big, loud
Yeah,
personalities.
you're
like
just like, oh, that's that person.
Good
Yeah,
energy.
yeah.
One person I'd like to mention,
Yeah.
who Hakeem did replace, who had that energy, loved
Okay.
him for the first tournament, had our energy up all the time, is Misa. We love
Misa.
Misa. We miss Misa.
Oh yeah, was he
miss
the guy?
We
that
are
always-
not on
Yes,
Adderall.
yes,
We are
Yes.
not on
yes.
Adderall, yeah.
That was
That is
that.
the
Okay,
dude.
cool.
That is
Do you
the
mind me
dude.
asking why he wasn't on the team now this time? Or
So
From what I heard.
he does have a job promotion.
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, less
Secondly, we felt that the one change we needed to make was adding Hakeem,
okay,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, he was the one because
the best replacement. or-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you.
Um,
and it sucked. It definitely
Yeah,
it
sucked.
never
did.
feels good. Trust me.
Yeah,
As an owner, it
was-
doesn't feel good.
Yeah, but it was better for the team, even though Misa was the energy.
The
Yeah.
hype man.
The
Definitely the hype man. From
Yeah.
day
I-
one.
Blue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I remember tryouts. I saw him there. He was just funny.
He was so fun. Yeah, you just come up. He's
Yeah.
like, "I play COD."
yeah.
I'd be like, okay.
He was so funny, so cool. Loved Misa, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
unfortunately, we had to replace him with Hakeem.
Yeah.
and having Hakeem like being the new guy, first like tournament to actually play in,
Right.
win MVP.
Win MVP.
Wow.
So
That's huge. See, I didn't even know
it
that
was
whole
huge.
story.
Yeah.
And he's someone that keeps to himself a lot.
Okay.
Definitely.
And he told me after he won Smash, which was the last
The
game
down
against the
spike.
Ravens, the down spike. Oh my! I jumped out of the seat. And
I couldn't
I was the
believe it.
first one that
I
got
was
up to
like,
him and hug him.
holy
Yeah.
crap.
Straight, so awesome.
That was-
And
Yeah.
He told me, he was like, I'm not gonna lie, this feels amazing. I'm like,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, it was,
That
it
was-
was
yes.
like, come on, this is crazy.
Yes.
That's so awesome.
It was
man.
like it happened quick too because we didn't even talk about MVPs, to be honest. We weren't like, oh my gosh, so and so carried. We
Yeah.
were just bonding, clicking. Everybody was excited, and then Ty's like, who's MVP? And we all kind of looked at each other and we're like,
Hakeem.
yeah, we're Hakeem. Like, Hakeem. It's Hakeem.
It's gotta be Hakeem.
Yeah, we were like we already know. It was
Yeah.
like none of us carried as much as he did, except you were close up there. I mean, definitely because
Yeah.
anybody who has like a lot of like 1v1 games roll,
Yeah.
which for our team I'd say is 3: James, Aiden, and Hakeem.
Okay.
Those are definitely like, in my opinion, the MVPs. Like no matter what,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
because they have to hold the most stress.
Yeah.
Like,
1v1. It's all on
yes. Like I'm
That I hold a lot of stress. Like, I
Yes.
hold a lot of weight on my shoulders when it comes to that stuff. Like,
because it's like
that's why I beat myself up. I lost FIFA against the was he on the Vikings?
I
I can't remember. I lost
I
five
know, yeah, it
before
was- yeah, it
in
was
a
against-
FIFA game.
I think it was Vikings.
It was
Vikings.
Yeah.
I forgot his
close
name.
game. I forget his name too. EJ?
It was
Was it EJ?
yeah.
Was it EJ?
I lost him in FIFA, and I was just so like
He was
stressed
dead.
out.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Even though
I
we
just
were
lost. I shouldn't have lost that.
The 1v1 games, I do
Chase
notice,
perfection.
definitely hit people a lot harder.
Yes.
Like on my team, like I have what happened in our game, we could have done better against the Ravens. Now, like, I'm not going to put any excuses out there, but there was, like, I have a player, Jomi,
Yes,
who's
I know
super
Jomi.
good, right?
Yeah.
And, like, he was dropping combos for, like, you know, the buttons maybe have sticking.
Oh,
But
okay.
that came down to us making a decision, like, he had his own controller, right?
Oh, he used his own.
But no, he didn't use his own.
Mm-hmm.
He got stressed, and this is a part of it too.
Mhm.
As you
Right.
start to feel the pressure of like the game needs to start. What's
Yeah.
going
We
on?
gotta go, we gotta go.
Hook your controller up. Oh, your controller's not hooking up. At the end of the day, who knows what would have happened?
Yeah, right.
No excuse. But you know that was my role to play. I didn't play a good firewall as a coach.
Right.
To make sure like that, hey, everybody's stuff is working, everything's
Yeah.
good. But even then, you know, what was I saying this for? Oh, the amount, like, so whether that would have mattered or not, the amount of pressure that like Scarlett and Jomi took, because they both lost games that they both play, and you know there was no excuse. They didn't. That thing I just said was not a part of it. It's just that, yeah, like the amount of like they had like a little talking session at
Yep.
the end. Where they just kind of like were like, man, like, you know,
This-
because they're a beast at their fighting
Oh,
games.
yeah.
Oh, you're not gonna
Scarlett.
beat them.
Scarlett's
Definitely.
Scarlett's
Exactly.
the homie, bruh.
Scarlett.
Shout out Scarlett.
Oh, yeah,
Me and
yeah.
Cedric talk about Scarlett all the time.
Yo, Scarlett's cool as shit,
He's
and I just
cool.
picked him up.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We think he's like the coolest guy in the league.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's the Hobie. He's the Hobie. I, swear.
Oh, that's
I don't
so
know
lit.
what it is. Like I just met him and he's like, "Hey, what's going on?"
He's got a dope
I talked to
vibe.
him.
Yes,
Yeah, I
it's
know.
like-
He walks in the building, and we're just like, yo,
I'm like,
Scarlett,
Yeah, I'm
what's
like,
up?
yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
it's good, man. It's been.
Yeah,
We
he's
love
been here
Scarlett.
since the beginning too.
I know.
I've heard.
I remember early practices like a long time ago before our first tournament.
Right.
I just remember Scarlett absolutely destroying someone. I can't remember the fighting game. It might have been Tekken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably
He
was.
destroys him, and he just walks off.
Yeah, he did.
yeah.
He did.
Yeah,
Like,
That's how he
Right,
does
say
it.
anything?
He's just like,
He's like, no, I gotta go home. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. You're like, all right, man.
And he started
Respect it.
talking. He started talking a little shit this last game. Like I
Really?
was very
What?
surprised. Yeah, when I looked over and I was like,
Wow.
who is doing that? I'm making sure it's still okay. Good.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
recording. Oh hell yeah! I was
Yeah,
about to
yeah,
say,
yeah.
can you imagine if it cut off?
Yeah, like an hour ago.
Yeah, and this has been great, guys. Like I really
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah,
it.
yeah.
So Scarlett, and then people don't know, like, because Jomi hasn't got to play a lot of his
Right.
fighting games, and then like sometimes things happen. But Soul Calibur came
I've
back.
heard that's his game.
That's
Yo.
Jomi's game.
Yeah, I saw him comment on it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yo, he busts you out with the big sword, bro.
Oh, yeah.
It's a
He did-
problem.
He first started it, right?
Yeah,
Did they? Yeah, they
yeah,
did
yeah.
first
They go,
attempt.
yeah,
Yeah. I watched that.
And that's, I mean, that's great because they're both on my team. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like, hey, y'all, whoever
Yeah,
wins, you know what I mean?
Great, it doesn't matter.
But that's a
They're
different
both
world.
great.
Oh, yeah, they're so great.
Oh my god.
They, I think though, I like Soul Calibur a lot because of the whole like the edge,
That is cool.
like how
That
you
is
can knock
cool.
people off the edge of the map.
It's a weird game.
It is a little
I-
weird.
I don't like it as much. I used to. It was the first fighting game I played here.
Yeah,
Soul
you were
Calibur, and that was when I played Courtney. And
Right.
I like. That was the first time I ever touched that game, and I almost beat her. and
You're like,
everyone
"Yeah."
was around me. I remember I was Gerald and she was whoever else.
Yeah.
And I learned like just mashing Y and it was working. I remember I looked away.
Spamming Y.
He's like, oh my god.
I looked away and I was spamming Y and I still beat her in one of the rounds. I was like, dude, I'm awesome. Like,
You're like,
I'm so good.
I'm so
great.
good.
My timing.
Yeah, oh my god.
Spamming Y, looking away. I'm not even looking at the screen. I'm beating her, And,
Yeah.
But I ended up losing out of the best of 3.
Yeah.
It was close though, but
Hey.
first time I ever played it. That's why I liked it. I was like, I can kind of get good at this.
Right.
Like it feels good.
It's not like Tekken. If you
And
heard
then-
somebody who's nice at Tekken.
Yeah, I love Soul Calibur, but I don't play Tekken.
It's weird, yeah. But I played every other fighting game, and then I go back to Soul Calibur since it's added back on the wheel.
Right.
I haven't. I played it at home. I'm like, this is weird. I'm trying to lab like I do in Tekken, I'm trying to learn the combos, but the combos are weird.
They're janky.
Yeah, and
It's very
with
like
the block with A, like who does that?
it's super weird. It's such a weird button.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
And then the you know how in like fighting games it's like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
The
Yeah.
buttons. It's A, B for X and Y. Well, on an Xbox controller, and then it's like G and K. I think the other letters are.
Jeez.
I don't know why. It's weird. I'm reading the combos. I'm like, I don't know what this means.
Like, what is this?
Yeah, it didn't transfer it out of like a different language. That's
Yeah,
what it
right,
was.
right.
Like-
Let's bring it back to Earth.
Yeah, I'm like, it's a weird game, but we gotta pick it up. Kind of have to.
Yeah, this new wheel is gonna be crazy, bro.
I'm excited.
I'm
very
like,
excited.
hey, we need to figure this out so that I can figure out what moves I'm making.
Yes.
Because then, like, it'll probably be around 15 days for the draft.
Uh-huh.
And every team's got, well, it doesn't have to, but every team's probably going to want to pick up, the 5 additional players that we're
Right.
allotted to have.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I say, like, then you at least can build a redshirt squad,
Mm-hmm.
or we can build a squad that's like, so you guys have, like, your strong shooter squad.
Or
Go
just
ahead.
another team to scrim against.
Yeah, just more people to like
Yeah.
come together and play the team games against,
Yeah,
right?
mhm,
Like
definitely.
super dope. And when you bring somebody in, like they haven't been around as long, next thing you know, you find another unicorn, or
Yeah.
you find another person who picks up sports that just doesn't
Pops up.
doesn't talk about it.
Right.
Boom. Now you just like that. It's another way for us to like really, I guess, see the skill that's out there.
Build up your team.
Exactly, and build up your team because hey, if somebody maybe isn't the best, and then this red shirt comes in. And then it's like, oh, next season,
Yeah.
or mid-season because
Yeah,
as long
right.
as you select it before the game,
Right.
so like, and
You
this
trade
kind of motivates the team too because now someone could be taking your spot, not in a negative way,
Right,
but
right.
just like in any other sport.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I only told Cedric this.
Yeah.
The guy that gave me comp in the beginning
hmm
and made me actually lab sports games really hard,
Yeah.
harder than I ever had before, was Tristan.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So what happened was
Tristan gets pretty nice with the sports games.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
people underestimate him, like, but he can play them.
Yeah,
I
he's
played
nice.
him. I played him in Madden for the first time ever, and
Mhm.
he said I was the first person to ever beat him or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's probably not true, but
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take
Yeah,
it. You know.
yeah.
And
That does say a lot.
it does say a lot. So I beat him again like a second time, and then we start playing next gen Madden, and he beats me like he's like washing me. I'm like, it's not gonna happen.
Mhm.
I'm like, I can't have this happen. Like I gotta lab this. I gotta make sure he's not taking my spot.
Yeah.
You know. and
See?
Yeah.
That's what happened.
See?
Also, another thing was when I lost to DZ in Madden,
Yeah.
first tournament. I'm like, I really got to practice this game. I'm like, I'm gonna make sure this doesn't happen again.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I did.
They know.
I,
Yeah.
I went hard in Madden.
A lot of people underestimate what it takes in the sports games too. Like a lot of people say they're good, and then they come and they start playing, and I'm like, bro, you are wasting my time.
Yeah, it's like, you're not
it's
nice.
like, yo, what, like, but that's where I think they're the caliber of sports players that are good sports players.
Yeah.
Like, between like you, DZ, I think even DMB's in there. Like he does put in a competition.
Right.
Tristan, honestly, like.
That's
And there's
about
probably more. Yeah, I think that's about it
That's
as far as the
about it,
high
yeah.
level. I'm
Kinda
not
like
trying to
our-
disrespect anybody.
I mean,
but-
like 300's really good at 2K.
yeah, but not
But, like,
all of them.
yeah, not all of them.
Right.
And that's the key because I can't have you be good at one sport game because at the end of the day, like if you're the sports player, you kind of got to be the sports player
Yeah.
because the versatility of the team.
Exactly.
So, hopefully, like with all these new people coming in and stuff, like we're gonna get to see some more sports players, get you some more competition. The red shirts is gonna be awesome for the teams because it's gonna motivate the other players who maybe are chilling.
Maybe even like no matchups coming. Like say we like.
That's
you know,
true.
We're playing a team full of fighters. I mean, I could like sit out, and
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
bring
that would be-
someone.
Strategy. That's the part of the strategy. Is like if you're playing like I would say, well, the Ravens are hard because I think they're really versatile. Like
They are.
I do think that whether
They're
go ahead.
versatile to our level. Like
Yeah.
they're kind of like almost our clone
Yeah.
in a way,
Yeah,
In a
in
way.
ways, definitely.
but they're just not at our level.
The only thing where it doesn't meet us right now.
Yeah.
Is in shooters.
Yeah.
That's where like every time we look at that game, we'd be like, we have that.
Yeah.
It was like
You're still confident over them in the shoot, and I know that that's what they've been labbing, and not to say that they can't get to that level. Because
Exactly.
I feel like there is a certain point, like you're gonna get to this level,
Yeah.
and then it's just gonna be who makes the better decisions in the game.
True.
You know what I mean? And that's where like once because I think they're right now probably the closest to being at y'all's level in the shooters.
Definitely.
I think that
I'd say they're definitely.
once that happens, like that's where things start to change. You know what I mean? It's gonna be more fun for you guys and different for you guys because it's not really something you've had to face yet.
Yeah, because right now it's like when we look at that wheel and be like, oh, 8 games we have it. But the thing that sucked is
They never roll.
They never roll.
Yeah.
Never roll.
We had like 2. We literally had like 2 in one when we versus one team.
When
Like
we
that.
when we played the Ravens,
3.
that was our most fortunate shooting
Spin.
win, and we only got 3 of them.
That's
It just happened to be like kind of in a row.
Yeah, which
And in the beginning,
yeah,
in the
just
beginning,
just to get the lead
crush
early.
their heart
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
But every other wheel or every other round, we like never get shooters.
Yeah.
Especially not back to back.
Never.
No.
Especially not
Never.
back to back.
We'll get a sports game back to
Oh,
back.
sport game back to back.
I
fight
play
game
one,
back
and
to
then
back.
we're like,
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're like, wow.
of course it rolls right.
Yeah, there was loads of 1v1 games, not very many shooters.
Yeah.
And that's the thing when people would say like when we hear them on like podcasts go like, oh, they're praying for shooters, that's all they get, that's how they win. It's like, no,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
not how we
that's-
only
that-
win.
You guys got to stuff that.
That's what Herb said when the last episode, I think it was.
Yeah,
They were
Yeah.
making predictions for the Kraken versus us, and they're
Yeah.
like, I think the Kraken can do it because the Karma's just waiting on all these
All the
shooters to
shooters.
roll, and that's such a really low percentage. But like, we're good at the whole wheel.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
Now
there's
old-
like probably like 2 games on there that were like,
yeah,
you know?
we're a little iffy on
Yeah.
like when they come around, we'll be like, oh,
yeah.
It's like,
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Everything
UFC,
else we
okay.
covered.
yeah. It's like, but like legit, like after that tournament, instead of us being like, well, we can win again with the team we have, it was just, what can we do to improve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all we did. That's what we did. After every loss, after every win, even every win.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that first season we did win every match, but it wasn't like we were like, oh man, so easy.
Yep.
These guys suck. We were like,
Which would have been a detriment.
right, and I
Right.
think that's what everybody assumed that we did. Even Titus did.
Mhm.
He was like, they haven't experienced putting in a bad a
Yeah.
player in,
Yeah.
and having that next thing roll, and I was like, we have though.
Yeah.
We've done that.
I definitely
done that.
underestimated it too. I thought, oh, you guys had so much confidence coming out of the
Right.
last tournament.
I mean, we did.
Yeah.
But
We did.
We did.
Yeah,
we
I got
knew,
you.
like, we knew what our holes were. We know what our weaknesses and
Right.
strengths are. We know what we can do.
Yeah.
We knew we had strength in shooters.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
that was undeniable.
Yeah.
You know, and that wasn't like us being cocky, like no team can really take us in shooters. That's just the facts.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, the Vikings, you know, they took Gears and COD off us.
Yeah. Brand new team.
Yeah, yeah. I
Barely
was
ever
like-
practiced.
And again, even with us losing our best category, we still won.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
like that is our best category.
That's
like,
probably
2
our
shooters.
only 2 shooters we've ever lost.
We've
No,
lost
except
4.
for Fortnite.
We
Except
lost
for
4
Fortnite.
twice.
But
Yeah.
Yeah, we've lost Game On.
Yeah.
The
oh,
people
Game
from
On. Yeah.
The people from Game On.
Yo, they were solid.
The 2 of them together probably would take it against Adonis. I'm not even.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like they are really good.
Me and
They
him
body.
after the tournament, the first tournament in October, we went up to them and we're like, "Yo, you guys are actually like insane. Like,
We were like-
please stream, please.
Yeah.
Like, you can
Do
be
something.
Bro, I
pro."
wish they
You are
would have
pro.
came this time.
I
Oh.
know.
Like that would have been so awesome.
They
Like
told-
to add. Go ahead.
They told me that they were I think they were like it's a lot of a drive back.
Yeah,
and
it's a
forth,
suit.
back
I mean,
and
it is
forth.
far.
Yeah,
it
and
is
I
far.
get
So,
it.
and it was like last time when they came, it was one day.
Yeah, just one day.
So
Right.
it was probably extremely long. And,
Yeah.
and if they didn't have like a hotel or something,
Yes,
like 3.5+ hours, like
It's rough.
that's a little rough. So I mean, I get it, but at the same time, like they were just like a great team to
Yeah, they
have
were.
a part of it and compete.
They were definitely the team that gave us probably the most competent shooters.
And I would have been
Especially
imagine
yeah.
the training they would have done
After
to prepare for this style league
Yeah.
Right.
till now. Like I would have been really interested and excited to see it. But
Yeah.
it's okay. At the end of the day, I think you guys gave us a great show.
Definitely.
You guys both stream or no? Does
I
anybody?
do.
You do?
Yeah, he does.
You want to shout out like what your stream is? Kind of let people.
Twitch.tv/AJSteve, AyJayLilBlue.
Let's go.
Put that like right here.
Yeah.
Just so they
Put
don't.
your finger right there.
Yeah.
Just so you
I
don't.
dig
it. Yeah, he's like
Just so you
right
don't
here.
spell it wrong.
Yeah.
That's AJ Steve on Twitch and YouTube. And Twitter. I mean, I don't really use Twitter like that. I probably should. I just created it, so
I
have
you.
like 4 followers.
No TikTok.
Yeah. TikTok, I do have actually a link for it
really?
on my Twitch. I have one video that I made of my friend on there.
Let's
Okay.
go.
Yeah, so
But I
definitely go check
that's
that one
something-
out.
Go
Yeah, check that out.
video. Go check out the
Yes.
video.
And yeah, I try to stream a lot. I haven't for the past like few weeks because I've been practicing.
Okay.
Like I probably
Don't wanna show
aside from Herb,
Yeah.
I probably worked harder than anyone else in this league.
Wow.
give you
I'm
that.
not gonna lie.
I'll
Okay.
give you
Hell
that.
yeah. Actually, Paige said something to me about that.
Yeah.
She said how dedicated you were.
He was the most dedicated.
Because I was trying to steal you, if I'm being honest.
Oh,
I was like,
yeah.
yo, I was going to start throwing some stuff your way,
You're like,
start
"Hey, little
negotiating.
coin,
And
yeah."
I like, in the moment of having those thoughts, I was like, because I think I might have asked, like, who should come on the podcast, like, in person. It was a little while ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she was kind of like, so, like, and she pointed at you and was like, most dedicated player, I think,
Definitely.
on the team.
Definitely.
And I was just like, what? Like I don't know if she says who's favorites, but, like, I'm sure you're in there, too. But
Yeah.
She swaps favorites.
Oh,
she does.
She does.
She goes
Oh.
back and forth.
that's just like a parent
She's
would,
like, yeah,
too.
she's like the parent of
They
the
tells
team.
everybody,
Yeah, she's like the parent of the
Hey,
team.
she's great at it. Like,
Oh,
great at
yeah.
the managing, great at everything. You know, she's great for the league, too.
Definitely
so,
shout
shout
out
out to
Coach
Paige, yo.
Shout out
Big
Coach
shout out.
P.
Yeah,
Big
she's
shout
awesome.
Like,
She set this up. She,
Yeah,
like,
she's the whole
coordinated.
reason why we're here right now.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
be honest. She
Yeah.
is the reason.
Hell yeah, and she works with, like, the
Yes.
school and, like, with, like, the owners of the team
Yes.
now. And,
Yep,
you
she
know,
does.
Bringing Vernon on, that was all her.
huge.
That was
huge.
unreal.
And I know a lot of the background stuff, too. She's even doing more. So,
Oh, yeah.
freaking amazing.
Yes.
Y'all got a merch store set up. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to copy and
You're
paste
like,
that.
come on.
Yeah.
Yo, yeah.
She's basically our second mom,
Yes.
basically.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, she's awesome, too.
Oh
She's
my
awesome.
She's
God,
so
yeah.
awesome.
She's a great strategist too.
Yeah,
She definitely.
yeah,
very-
I noticed.
yeah,
like, she's not just
definitely.
sitting back. She's
No.
definitely a part of it.
The
which
only
is
time
huge.
she sits back is if like Overwatch rolls, she'll laugh and be like, you already know.
Yeah.
She's like, you already know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like,
she
don't
catches
sweat
it.
it.
Yeah.
She's like, I already picked the roster.
So do you stream or do you have any social medias or anything that you want to shout out?
The only thing I want to shout out, and this is for future.
Okay.
Right now I'm in class and it's busy.
Yeah, I got you.
So ITS space Jury. That's
Okay.
gonna be my Twitch. So just it's Jury.
It's coming, but
Yeah.
he's studying some hard material. You were saying, what do you study right now?
Dynamics, differential equations, and mechanics of materials. And then a gimme course.
You know what that is?
Nope.
Me neither.
You're like,
All right.
I have no idea what he just said.
No,
Yeah,
you're
you're
good.
like, all right.
No, that's lit though. Yeah,
Yeah,
for real.
it's rough. So this has been my hardest semester ever.
Really?
Yes.
What year are you in?
This is my last semester, so
Oh,
second
so
year.
it's definitely gonna be your
Yes,
hardest.
it
Oh
is.
man.
It is brutal.
Yeah.
And my dad, he's like, I did fail Calc 1, 2, and 3. So I failed it once when I went through it, and I was like,
1, 2,
I'm
and
like,
3.
holy crap, Dad.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just trying to make it through. Like, I haven't failed any of my courses yet,
Yeah.
so I've never had that feeling. So I'm
Yeah.
really I just want to.
You don't want that feeling.
Yeah.
And then, because then you may have to repeat it, right?
Yes.
Oh.
I do not want that.
Dude, I had to do that for one class, not at that level, but just having to do it in
It-
general.
at
It made me
all.
want to quit. I was like, I don't need the degree.
You're like, again?
Like, don't need
I've
it.
never
Yeah,
experienced that, so I couldn't.
Hey, I get it, man. It's all good.
I make sure I'm like at least a C.
Yeah.
Hey, pass.
Yeah. Hey,
Just
take,
pass.
That's
If you get the
all I
degree,
want.
nobody's looking at your
Yes.
grades, bro.
Nobody cares. They're like, good job.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
job.
Thank you for the paper.
Yeah,
Can you
yeah.
just send me a copy?
Yeah.
That's
It's
about
all good.
it.
Yeah.
Hey, so I just want to say thank you all for coming out for real.
Most definitely.
Congratulations, back-to-back champs.
Yes, sir.
You know, we're coming for you. I'm trying to structure this Go Squad up. But for real, thanks again. We really appreciate it. And
Yeah.
that concludes this episode, y'all.
All
Yeah,
right.
for real. Thank you.
It was a
dope.
good one. It was a
That
good
was-
one.
oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, you a little sweaty?
Yeah,
A little sweaty? Oh, you is. Yeah, he's a little moist.
Always gotta watch out for that.
Got it?
Yeah, I got
Stop
it.
recording.